Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa FM. 94.7.
Asempa FM.
Continue radio, 94.7. Asempa FM. Oh yeah, don't papa. Asempa FM. Everywhere you are. Asempa FM. Everywhere you go. Asempa, hey. Asempa, hey. All talk, all day.
Heavenly Father, thank you for our nation. Thank you for our leader, the president. We ask that you will strengthen him, comfort him also, and encourage him. Lord, it has been years since we took control of this country to try to lead ourselves forward into prosperity, to establishment, and into good things. Lord, it has not been easy for these years of doing our own leadership and our own management. So now we are asking you for wisdom, because your word says if anyone lacks wisdom, he should ask for wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. So we pray for our president. Give him wisdom to overcome the complex and difficult problems and challenges that are in this nation, to overcome the difficulties and the hurdles that prevent development, that prevent good decisions from being taken, that prevent good decisions from being implemented. Give him the wisdom from above. Father, we are looking up to you because only you can help us. And now we thank you for those in authority, in every sphere, in every department, in every area. Grant them wisdom and deliver our nation from wicked people in authority. Deliver us from evil men who will sit in places of authority and do evil things. Deliver us from vampires who will drink the blood of the nation and leave nothing behind. Bless our nation with good leaders. And for those that are there now, we thank you that you are helping them and that your grace and your wisdom is given to them to lead us forward into a good and a better situation. We give you thanks for your great wisdom that is now released into this nation. In Jesus' name.
All of us who desire to have good name, you need to serve humanity. Now, the suggestion that I'm going to offer is this: live and work for the good of people. Live and work for the good of people. Maybe I should turn here and look at the face of my parliamentarians. You are making democracy too expensive. Yeah. The monetization of what we call democracy is dangerous. Soon, we are not going to have good leaders because we will need people who have cash, and it doesn't matter where they got the money from. They will win the constituency election. Now, this thing is dangerous. If we think that we cannot follow this American democracy, please let us stop it. Let us design something that will help this nation. It is dangerous, and I'm even afraid of the future. I'm afraid of the future. How can you deceive people just by buying cutlass for them? And you pride yourself in it. I pray that God will save this land. God will save this land, because many of us are poor. Instead of investing into them, you deceive them with lanterns and cutlasses. May God have mercy upon us. See, when you do this, the day you are no longer the constituency leader, nobody cares about you. Now, we should all critically examine the cause we live for and the price we are willing to pay to achieve it. Now, why are you in politics? Why are you a pastor? Why are you a teacher? Why are you a lawyer? Why are you a chief? What is your motivation? Is it money? Is it power? Is it fame? I'll take my last test and then I'll call it a day. Esther chapter 10. I'll read verse 3.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM 94.7.
Well, I know that Asempa has gained a lot of experience. Asempa is one of the, not the forerunners, but in terms of coverage and listenership, you stand tall. The new FM stations that are coming into the arena are not calling on you to exit, them to survive. Is that what is happening? No. They are learning from you. They are learning under your feet. They are also trying as much as possible to find space. And, there's enough in the world for everybody. There's enough in the world for everybody. And so I think that those who are coming up, we definitely will encourage the injection of new blood. But you cannot also totally do away with the experience.
It's always a pleasure coming to Asempa where the truth is spoken.
We wish you well. We wish you well. Thank you so much for.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Nyamisha, you are also doing very well. We are also very, very proud of you. Very intelligent journalist. But one-on-one with Obi, as I said, will prepare. He knows how to pass all kinds of corners to get what he wants. And Kososa, we are proud of you.
The Honorable Samuel Okudjeto Blakwa and Kano. Samuel Atachi, Honorable Minister in charge of Works and Housing, Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South.
Time I have that. If I have any aje. Na any man that down never to accommodate so. When we say Ghana that wakuma so. Sounds when that makuma so. Until you na o man in Peja.
Asempa de eno na obiati. Edu awia na maje baby aboso. Inti no Asempa FM de. Upo ubeti.
Yeah, that's it.
Na de obi, is it what captain's band na bo. E de upo ubeti no. Nyamisha mo bo adwuma.
Yeah, that's a promise I'm watching on that tag code and
last week book of the Kumasi. Obi my member wa pasu papa. Obi radio on. Say na mudi radio e wa Asempa no. Say radio station kunka no. Ya anke na me dey NC for na do bi a me di omo ya. Your radio station kunka ha. Ebia brabenya tika bra obenya kuru brabe dede insema empampa so ma chacha to me to advert nko ano mo ye oh sani edu radio yo obi ho tire no Kumasi anke beta da Asempa FM de sanke ni Kumasi aso no instead of say Facebook live me agenti no mo ye mo di internet to da no efie ma se ma huma jemwa ma fi akoba se radio station no Kumasi ye ti ko ma radio station no Kumasi e ma ni me ma ho se nko ano mo ka ndini yakofuni ya tuma mintino muye nje obi ya menslao na menslese sama me de last muso beta to ko di expensa o wari ba ko no fa nto Asempa FM apala no on to Asempa FM oni ya me edwa odi ba ba
atiri ya me so me da se ko
mi kana min continue na min chechi ho wuyi ansa me firi ma ko be ko fura ma ko
e be sia ba be din komo bio why
yo the flow say
me din di Osei Bonsu
was able to
who me now frame me Obi a meje so why
in the zone Obi amone na
Chairman Medase Chairman Putin Central Regional Chairman Hedima MPP hey Chairman Putin do be kunipa o wa
Ekosiisen asam ni nyina no Ekosiisen Ekosiisen de ya kan nyina me say Ekosiisen Ghana for the ni hu na ma ye nyina no Ekosiisen I think say nkofo a omutina se nyune program that inspiration omunya no
Asempa FM
but say tiasia ya better na kasa no I think say we have to understand the word Ekosiisen asam na wi nyina no Ekosiisen ye be kan ho nyina de na bonten wo a wote konso na chi de etie me ame kasa aban panimfo nyina Ekosiisen ye wiewie ni nyina ye ko wiewie e wa bobo ano enti say oman na ye som oman na ye chichire na ye chichire oman na nyamanyoko na ye chichire a na Ekosiisen.
Oh, okay. It is a Ghana Nibia 8 year. The person should not be confused about separate identities. No.
Oh, na internet no crown so obo media. And I'll show me Wikipedia or some recognizing me as Freedom Jacob Caesar. As Nana Kwame Bediako.
Okay.
So what's that saying? No one I can quite say Jay-Z.
Nation Carter.
Oko check it. Wikipedia is here or be connected the two. Until and you almost how a nipa ebodino. no mudi combining and no mu ye search engine.
Oh, okay. It means that cheddar and a nickname, no, and a nickname.
Cheddar nickname. I just say Obi. See what they will cast cheddar namaka Obi.
Oh, okay. Wow. Chief Bine, Aquabana, apom to then.
Osei
Ekosiisen On Asempa
FM.
Fantastic. Na mete fote won catcher. Bibia boko.
Oh, Yankupon Adum, Bibia Daddy. Now, what's wapom?
Yaminadum, kakra. Ye pim so kakra.
Asempa, I will know what you watch this. So, Ghana hired me to wonder Abra, one dinner ramble, Morocco to be our my aswat.
Fantastic.
Ghana Manda on us.
My nase lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaib. We wish you very well. Why? We wish you very well.
We are very smart guy. I told you that my driver listens to your station. Both. Everybody knows. It's called Stephen Boati. Let me just use this platform to say hello to him. Yeah. I think he wants to hear your voice, so maybe you have to greet him. It's called Stephen Boati.
Stephen Boati?
Yes, both.
No, Charlie. Stephen, we brutal.
Yeah, or brutal. Or cherish you.
Stephen, yeah, that's it. I was at a crowbar and a picture.
Yes. And then Mama, I remember
it's been great. Ekosiisen in a lawyer met Shai when I'm attending Kano. In the Dr. Samuel of Swampofo, Abeka Yensa, PhD, Papa, Dr. Kwabana, a poem to say,
I'm your dom, I don't want pipe, my men now, yes, my mincha, what tear for MC being so show, and wash your motion. Now, Swindy come more basso.
Medas.
In the heat of campaign, it's moving them. And to me, I'm from more basso. I think that we're all very proud of your achievements. Now, Asempa, so I'm saying, Mundi Asempa, and you'll be what is argument? Asempa,
Asempa, Nabo. One of the hit songs.
I'll bomb my class and make a sign.
24-hour economy.
Asempa, Kampa, they win this election.
We'll talk again. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
I mean, sure.
Obi,
yes.
I mean, your platform is a cherished platform. MPP, NDC, yes. They come here. Yes. You ask the relevant questions. Issues are discussed, and I think that is the image you also have as a host. And keep it up. Keep it up.
Remember Anthony Nukwenu Akwaba Nafi. Anthony Akwaba saying,
in your Obi now, so
nothing who watches her at a campaign in Quentin.
Obi never, Obi, Anthony Riba, Obi,
Anthony Nukwenu. Charlie, me who watch my feel brutal.
Yeah, me adum ye ho ye na also.
Adum.
Edumana na e born tie.
Me me who.
Ye bi no ya retired to your fault.
Organization. Is your work form?
Jai communication, my communication forum. Kakra e ba be boafo.
Oh man, wa from back.
Yo, ma me kan Ekosiisen ma mu tinkwa na no enyonyamwa yedi ashtamu edumapa mo yene award ma monya digidi pass dance efe Ekosiisen Asempa monso Ghana tebi ma men kebino mu pia mo ma kweli titru sani amodi akan kasa ye adwuma ebia wo de bia otiti ase na nsem tu kwan konenam America New York abonten taxi am fire na dipakon otie Ekosiisen taxi no emu me nwanwa na nso nyina ka ho bi na ya bomo abaso amamon abonso body no Ewurade won stram na omwa
amen
ya ewe yenemi
Honorable Dr. Matthew Opeku Prope Opoku Prempe, yes.
It's not hyphenated.
It's not. Only the Napo is together.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thought the minority leader and the majority leader had come to an understanding as far as government business that we can pursue this session that we are undergoing. Just to get up and say that Ghanaians have totally rejected MPP and all his bills and all his encumbrances is a very, very unfair statement, Mr. Speaker. It's a very, very unfair statement in the sense that there are other things
that has been programmed that I think that we shouldn't even bother to do. Why should we at this time take up any bill, whether it is environmental bill or social bill? I think the new government then should come and start, because we are resetting. And I agree, Ghanaians voted for resetting. So, Mr. Speaker, let's probably, the only thing we have to do is to take the vote on account and close shop. We should not continue with any business here, because like Honorable Okujeto said, and rightly so, Ghanaians have voted for the resetting agenda of Nkoko Nkiti. So, not only that, Mr. Speaker, apart from the vote and proceedings and maybe his end of service benefits that he's very much interested in, every other thing, social protection bill, second reading of bills, third reading, so that we have enough time to do Article 71 business and do vote on account, such that, yes, if it is not worth doing, it's not worth doing. Please. So we have agreed on resetting. Let's close shop on everything. Do those that are interested in that will further his own personal interest. And close shop. Thank you.
This is the true nature of who you are. This is why the Ghanaians gave you a vote to commensurate with the numbers you have. Yet you said you haven't learned any lessons. You haven't learned any lessons. You are still walking like this. Talking, you cannot tell us we are a government. Look at the size of the government. Is this a government? Is this a government? This is less than the district assembly size of anything.
Mr. Speaker, very soon it will get to its turn. That disease that is making us suffer today, I give you 6 months. You will go through the same process. But Mr. Speaker, don't worry. The rules book we have, the standing orders. I don't want to ask you to look into your books, your standing orders. But I want to tell you that there's no way that a business statement is required to be subjected to a vote. Read for me, read. We've passed this. Read it, read. You quote me a rule that requires that a business statement. Go and read the old rules and this one. Read the old rules. Mr. Agboja, read. You see, you are aspiring to be a new majority leader. Behave yourself. Don't behave yourself. Don't act as if you are still in minority. You claim you are in majority. Behave like somebody who is in majority. What's wrong with you? Read where you can find in the books.
To tell us, how do you adopt something in Parliament without taking a vote? Tell me which rule tells you how to adopt. Can Mr. Speaker just decide that the House has adopted without members? Tell me. Consensus. So there's no consensus here today. We don't have a consensus. So tell me which rules you are using. There's no consensus.
Mr. Speaker. Honorable member, I couldn't. What is your name?
Mr. Speaker, my name is Paul Chumberima.
Which constituency?
The Vice constituency.
The old lady.
Sorry?
The old lady.
Old lady.
Mr. Speaker, it's unfortunate. An old lady kicked my ass.
Oh, sorry, you lost the elections.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
To
an 82-year-old woman.
That's why you want to be heard for the last time. I understand.
Mr. Speaker, your son has always been heard. You know.
I understand. Yes, honorable members.
The government business board, you would also not allow the finance.
I haven't said so. No. Obi Tobara, don't premise your question that way. Okay. First of all,
okay.
If you want to come up with a certain hypothesis, create a positive hypothesis.
I get you.
I'm saying
Let me rephrase the question.
No.
Let me rephrase.
Obi, no, we minunya ya Tobara. Obi Tobara. Menu benunya na ya lowi. Lowi menu benunya na ya.
Yes.
Uzi ne nansi ara. Amensumizi ache kakra. Baby ayo kono.
Yes.
Menu tua.
Mami rephrase. The question I just wanted to ask today, will the budget statement to cover the first 3 months of 2025 be read in Parliament?
We have to cooperate and work together in ensuring that government business is done. The budget, the expenditure in advance of appropriation is part of government business. Yes. It's my responsibility. Yes. It's not their business. Yes. They shouldn't come and rush me in executing government business. Arthur Forson is not the leader of government business.
Yes.
He should wait till 2025, January 7th. That is when his mandate will start. For the time being, I am the majority leader. 2025, January, I will become the minority leader. Or I will be in the minority. Yes. So you should wait for that day. For now, I lead government business. He should not cry more than the bereaved. It's my duty to table that motion. So why is he so busy about it?
Yeah, because our consequences.
No, why is the MDC so busy?
Our consequences.
But on the second, relax. Yes. On the 1st of January 2025, it is MPP that will still be in office.
Absolutely.
We'll be in office up to 6th January. Yes. So what's their problem? What's their problem? Why do they now want to rise? If they want government business to go on, we are granting incentives to companies.
They should allow
businesses. That will help the economy. They should allow. 2, Supreme Court nominees.
Yes.
They've gone through their vetting. They are stampeding the process of the approval. They should allow us to table the motion. We have a $250 million facility from the World Bank to support the budget, which eventually will benefit them. They should allow that to be.
Yeah, but Osei, because of the amount involved.
The amount involved, is it going to benefit me or benefit Akufo-Addo, or it's going to benefit the government of Ghana? Please.
Yeah, as an incoming government, they should have a say in that.
Please. But they've always been with us in Parliament. It's about governance. Look at the military. They need these vessels to patrol our borders, waters. They need it. The military needs these items. The IMF even granted approval for the facility. The IMF. You know that coming under IMF, we were not allowed to take a loan. But the IMF approved this for us. They approved it. And you say you won't allow. Now you say that expenditure in advance of appropriation, that one you are interested. Oh, seriously.
But even if they allow all these should go through. Do you have the numbers to make sure it's approved?
I'm saying leave that to us. That is my business, not theirs. I have my 138. Wait for it.
If yesterday, for example, the speaker had put it to a vote,
in every parliament, when it is a decision day, then the attitude is different. Please. Parliament is an in, out. The chamber is not the only place you do parliamentary business. You have committee work. You have constituency work. So when you notify your member that today, 3-line whip, there's a decision day, you get your people in. So you wait for me. If I table my motion, a question is to be put. Now I don't have my numbers. You can now win and take the glory. And I hear them not.
Yes. So Ekosiise Bonsu our Asempa de brane mamba. Obi som Oribo Ekosiise wo Asempa FM Ekosiise wo Asempa FM Ekosiise Asempa 94.7 Asunyine tie Oribo Ekosiise wo Asempa FM Ekosiise wo Asempa FM Obi nebado biba obibo obiba Ode Asempa na bo Obi nebado Ekosiisen nie. Bonsu our Asempa. The brand mamba. Obi. So.
Asempa FM.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an
Obi nie. Ekosiisen nie. Bonsu our Asempa. The brand mamba. Obi. So.
Asempa FM.
Asemi
Asempa FM.
Asempa FM Sunni. It's a Wednesday afternoon. Ekosiisen live and airborne the 18th day of December 2024. Yada munyana se ema munyana kwaba edemoba Asempa FM. So midin di Osei Bonsu. It's not to say at 6:30 p.m. management no eba ewie. Yenti miena yena munyana asesonko na yemamu akwaba. My emphasis debut so my one hour boy and media Ekosiisen Ebremo. Idia 820 Service Limited, Provident Insurance, Thontina 74, Royal Kingdom Estate, Kesse Build, Africa Queen Mackerel, Doormasters, EcoBank Ghana, Powerjet Batteries, Access Sport Agency, My Way Insurance, Syntex Tank, Seahorse Engine Oil, DBS Roofing, Franco Trading Enterprise, and a Tridol Express. And you may queen a boy. My idea Ekosiisen Jumedie Ebremo. Made the production team nso ase Dominic Isieboa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Ntiamoa, Ebenezer Tetoman Hene Kwabena Sante, and Equia Boachiwa Iadom, any Ukriada, and yet may hear some segment no Ebebremo. But you may want to join us on all our interactive platforms or YouTube, Asempa 94.7 FM. That's our channel on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel na file comment ego mi hu bebia wo hwe yen efi udin, and then we'll put that out for the rest of the world to know. Or Facebook and so Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook na unso o de comment go wa hwe live stream ne bi na bibia akoye amount enti moma yenyina yenhyane nso o message nso upside for WhatsApp ebren ya WhatsApp number is 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 enti enra the big story enra nyumre nimu hono na a petition to the president, a leaky, and that found its way onto social media for the removal of the Chief Justice. That petition, no, I make rounds, on social media platforms since Enra Enyumre. And when we all thought, say, the big story for any conversation, no, the John Mahama transition team, spokesperson for that team, issued statement Anopei. Say the promise of oral Operation Retrieve All Loot are now very prominent in the NDC campaign. Omo put a team together to start collecting evidence, if you may, on alleged corrupt practices are akoso under the SWAL and that's under the current NPP administration because they are still in power until the 7th of January. And our team is chaired by Sami Okujeto Ablakwa, and also I invoke a huge conversation on social media. And here I will deal with that particular story and will tell you a bit more about petition now. Professor Kweku Asare, Eddie Akoma president, say onshena onyi the Chief Justice in free Akonyaso. Eno ekan komo a yebehwe ne unim say NPP parliamentary candidate being senior being so a file a writ court, and they are seeking an order of mandamus to compel the Electoral Commission to recollate and as a collate result in their respective constituencies. And also a topic of interest was here Timini Yedi Hong Kong. And then so PMMC at the statement about the precious minerals marketing company into Omona Ghana, say gold, be free Ghana, aqua, Omona was a share, a sanyo manina, Omona statement about say a Juma no moody ewo won, assay lab, ewo Aviance Airport, a team of minim some NDC force, some Ghanaian youth, but it was led by the NDC's national organizer, Joseph Yamin. Akwa disrupt adwuma no mudi when statement ne wa ha ye bekan mu nsem ede amamo in some de doso by ebejemre na yakoni nyina mu, and that's why I want you to be part of our show. Your WhatsApp number ni bi 0548 443523 odo messages ne by ebejemre akan amamo. Stanley Kruskank okay, Crook Shank, that's the name. Osei Osei from Hamilton in New Jersey, yedase. Daniel Asante, o Breman Benin, and Sikuma Odobin Brakwa. Osei Ochia, Honorable Alhaji Gansa, yedase. William Bafo, o Hackensack, New Jersey, in the US of A. Gordon Jima, ewo Columbus, Ohio. Nana Kofia Samoa, or Massachusetts, Marlboro to be specific. Nana Bafo, also Bowie in Maryland. Ocean Al-Hassan Razak or the city of Toronto in Canada. Also Chiawa Manfwe Atebubu, a mountain constituency. Willie Ade or New York City, the popular New York City. Osei Ochia Ekosiisen crew Ninina. We appreciate you and you greet your family inside Kwadaso in Kumasi. Louise Labi, also sharing from Birmingham in the UK. Na also Omanfo Ewo Achim Chiapiase and no Kwaibi municipality. Master Planner Junior also working Tampo and or Shayin. Danny Mensa or Colorado in US of A. Yawo Azigimali Kwejo also Montreal in Canada. Yusuf Adongo or Bremen in Germany. Munina Mo Shayin. Emmanuel Abel Kobina or Buffalo in New York. Also or Shayin. Oman Akwaba.
Majosu, what be the name to say?
Adum yani crying kakan. Also,
oh, the Namiasi, it's just that continuously we, I'm getting worried on this matter of when government changes and the kind of lawlessness and how people assume that
anything
Alpha and Omega, have you forgotten that transient and obviously Wabent, Eddie Unkubi man.
4-year term.
Yeah, we cannot do that at the expense of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
I am running and a certain posturing bia politicians ninya so munya tumia. I so sad. Also, the major challenge that is facing us as a country is the mental orientation, is the lack of principle, and the issue of say, a country of rule of law. Maybe this is rule of law no so. They can't say acting based on emotions and you do me, I do you. All these while, that's what we've been doing. The last time I was here, that was Monday. The biggest challenge that we face as a country, who to start with, and our problem is here. Obiang and I just Obama clean sheet has started say this country needs to be disciplined. This country needs to be principled, and then a certain orientation. Yeah, necessary orientation now. Nana make na MPP before we almost send a text, almost there be then I mean no say patience. Do we need to be patient for? But the reality is that when the person takes over,
You can't hold him by the neck. Or far from we are there, or say, Docono Boat, so $1 man go from that one is too much of a comic relief. We need to be practical and real now. Likewise, when there's power changer, the actions and inactions of some of the people is so much across the board.
And sometimes you wonder, say, for some of these supporters, say part in a crafted campaign messaging now. Do they understand? It is almost say resetting Ghana. Do they understand what it means by
reset? Because you cannot reset
and do some of
with
these
the old things that we have done as a country.
Unbelievable.
And achieve the results that we are this thing now. What you are telling us is that it's the same old. Because you don't have any locals. Until say it to me, the system is already running.
Yes.
You still have that legitimate point as a citizen to do appropriate reportage to people that you think that can control the system. So Ghana is not for you.
In the one who said you suspect a crime, you report to the police.
Simple.
And being a national organizer of a party, the responsibility on you is onerous. You cannot do the OBIA.
Simple.
How do you enter the National Assay Center and think a Juma because you can put it to a halt? I mean, are you crazy?
And we're all looking on. And this morning, not lawyer Chum and Kukufu, I asked them same question. I said, Mom, you're careful. Now you pretend to say all is well, and that is how we want to go. And I pity the young guys no more, both political parties now. Almost say, you are a joke. It will catch you up soon. No experience or exposed politician and misbehave. Well, he's been there before. He knows the in and out of power.
And for Yamin, who has been a minister of state before. A minister of state.
When people move into action and because Makande Biasa Makaubi, Yenino, Yesusosu, Yenina principle, Yenina Diansako share a year vigilantism kratasi. What are we witnessing? Everybody is saying that this is the norm. So are you saying that the next 4 years election, if we say the other side of the divide, no more so you need to electoral commission for no declare a result, no, they will say we are going into a ditch. We are going into a ditch. And even our president, who is your flag bearer, is saying that the task ahead is enormous. No matter what, my biggest priority, I hear my partner say, Obi biara wa for or manager padia na nisika akoshe baby biano. And fantastic. The president has led it by putting a team together. What is your problem? Any suspicion that you have, any evidence that you have,
you
just pick it up
to the team.
Because if you start on this note today,
and you
now what time who for not to the baby,
and I think
then there will be some another also
and I think we should be bold and say some of it. It is not good.
It's not good for the country.
If you plan on doing that, if you're already doing that, stop. It's
not good.
Omanti statement we. The Precious Minerals Marketing Company, which by law acts as the national assayer, has noted with deep concern an incident that occurred at the National Assay Center located at the Aviance Cargo Terminal, where a mob led by a gentleman who identified himself as Mr. Joseph Yamin, the national organizer of the NDC, forcibly attempted to seize bullion bars being processed by PMMC for the Central Bank of Ghana. The incident occurred on Tuesday, 17 December, between the hours of 4 p.m., lasting till about 12 midnight.
How? And why? Why? It's a dynamic. The security system itself, I'm surprised. Such an area, no. Obiat minya access to such an area.
The National Assay Center.
Why? It is how you omo picky. Send police intervention, whatever intervention. Maybe ira. Who's going to be held accountable? So only panukre pe boni dia. We have the intelligence society there. We have the police service there. I'll bet me a draw my attention to barricade and make sure that they all can say sanity crab. Why are we doing this? Because what? We have power. That's not the way to go. Because if we are going to repeat the mistakes this administration has repeated well, fine. That's fine because it is also serving as a reminder to Ghanaians. that now we are beginning to feel that Duka Diana, the same old now. We can't progress in this country with this attitude. Who am 120 day plan? Within that plan, Mwanka someone emphatic that any looted whatever piano, Monsise Yemuno, Ubetuan and want to recover all those things. Why are we doing this? What do you feel, Grana? We have to show, Unamana MC show, Urahana MC show. Why? And why? Why?
People are alleged to have been at the airport a season for passport.
Why? It's so funny.
Under what authority? In a democratic country?
It's so funny.
Wow.
Why are we doing this? Why? And no, I mean, you
yes.
Or so me, or to team in Ampasa or Force. Or Sremia, my family, Pebby Crawford. Likewise, with Narcissus.
Of course.
This is the way we are. Because
the beauty of
because
politics,
if you don't do it like that, beyond that, what can you do? Beyond that, what can you do? And then I catch a Kokofu. When it turned, Dr. Kokofu. I feel Kokofu. Questions are being busan any responses on the bar. Not chum to one, lawyer chum to one was that's exactly what you were doing. Until we get to a point where we all agree that enough of all these things that has happened. In fact, what is so good is that Abai when she shame, Osusu say Abai obey, then she shame, Osusu say. And you may be a Akoswa, Uncle Ye, I was up by way, then she shame. Well, listen, no man. Or listening to Ayawas West, or listening to Nyoma Bebre. So clearly, so we are real Ghanaian. Now say NDC near. You know for sure that this government is not going to allow certain impunities
to happen
and to go scot-free.
They should also allow the system to run properly. Because the point is, if Udi Tumi Shawunsem, without a court making an order, because who are renew be before court. Now court ni fix any pani a flight risk into obe season a passport. Obe season passport ni pani mean to coin. You don't need brute force to go and stand at the airport and assault people and all of that. Say, oh, kwajenko for passport a free omunsem. If you suspect, say, at the National Assay Center, BB koso ye illegal, for the gold be for baby enya. There are agencies of state who are mandated to deal with that. Untimin kobong rao say gold ya modi coin ukosizi gold. Under what authority? Because you're a national organizer of a party that has won elections.
You don't have any locus.
Why should we allow some of these things?
You don't have any locus.
I think the system should be made to run. And it will take us to the next way about statement of Felix Kwachofosu issue here. A good start. I mean, people can have their disagreement as to the makeup of that committee, under what authority has that committee been put together, legal backing by a committee in a war, or more terms of reference, under what power and authority no juma. Of course, you can say some kind of a fact-finding committee.
Yes. Okay, the party NDC believes that amount for dance be brave or honoma.
Yes.
Nobody come attorney general Minister of Justice. No team there 2 and more court. The party, to me, a party decision that
gather evidence as much as possible.
Attorney general Minister of Justice. No even go to Sendibia.
Yes. Yes. People should even understand, sir. And I've seen Amanfo, because of the names on the committee, Amanfo are excited and all. But mind you, the committee is not a court of law. Omojuma is to gather evidence as much as possible.
Exactly.
Hand that evidence over to the future Attorney General and the office, the Special Prosecutor of the Republic of Ghana. Omune betimi aye federal nhwehwemu no ma prosecute if necessary. Enti Amanfo enya botre. This committee is more of a fact-finding committee. Oh, evidence, Bia. You know them. Send it to them. Among other, say, Edwige Tamaklo, be Attorney General. Say, Dominic Ayeni, be Attorney General. Once he seized with the evidence, on bit may assess, no, so okay, when you the court, where the court, and people should also be a bit modest in their expectations.
Of course,
one thing, throwing allegations about there, and one thing securing conviction in the court of law.
That's because we are not principled as Ghanaians and as politicians. This administration,
yes.
Yes. Nyoma yeti ebra no mo opposition. as to the corruptible acts and behaviors of members of the previous administration.
Yes.
8 years in so much to animal. So much to animal.
Yes.
Yes. So people should not even jump into that simple conclusion. And any mother. So Chirobi out there dance here. I am more convinced in the Bekono. Yes. Mo because mo mpire say. Nye de motiti wa bontin. Nye de mo hu ye no. That's it will be anye din. Bibia be hye pepepe.
Things will fall in place. The chips will fall.
So I have a difficulty why people are in such a rush. I have a difficulty. And again, Maka, we are still doing this. You cannot develop a country by intimidating or insulting to get the results that you want. It's not possible. You can't develop a country to that extent.
Yes.
You can't.
Yes.
You develop a country where rule of law where fairness where impunity cut off.
Yes.
Where the law continues to be no respecter of assumacy and also maintain.
Sure.
Where you will not assume that because you have power, like what some people did in this administration, you are the alpha and the omega. Why? Mu Ghana mo bokakra. Mu ye tomu so aba mamu tumi say mu mra na mu bedi de bia da meka. Only in this country, and when you vote people into power, instead of them to serve you, you become their servant.
Their servant.
How is that possible? We can't get the change that we're looking for. There are a lot of things that goes into that basket of change. I shall say with me, I shall say with wow. The Ebeyan so more money to me at baby no. Almost very effective in terms of their policies, in terms of directions, any do welfare. But you see, the same old things now all these years and believe that you change be a yepe and believe that 24-hour economy no ebeye juma but yes sir and believe that the national apprentices no ebeye juma bra onse sir what gene you can't do the same thing.
So my post be me who na manfo be na air trade no say resetting Ghana also means changing our mindset.
But that has been basic core.
Yes.
And I know Monday no precedent. And all band policy. It's not done. The person will not even get there. I mean, one can say, Director General, Chief Executive, Minister, say. Na young kasa young businessmen. Na businessmen all Ghana don't dodge it at Troy. Businessmen all Ghana and Mukunaivo with customs for Professor Most to the extent of port. Na me find the currency make Amalakra my wall. It tells you that the corruption system in this country it didn't just start today.
It's systemic.
We need to find a long-lasting approach. A best solve at least a reasonable percentage for us. But the kind of things that we are doing, you do me, I do you. There for the cameras situation where even now public servants and civil servants know the total disrespect they are giving to their authorities who are exiting. Why? There's nothing going on at our public space again. When you go to our public services, there's absolutely nothing happening there. Who told you that? Who told you that? Discipline and Kasa break it down in this country. And at the bar, then we are going to call for national dialogue on how best we can help solve this place. No, Obi.
For more Monte, the statement is that preparatory team towards President-elect anti-corruption drive. It's a statement issued today, December 18th, 2024, as a preparatory measure towards the rollout of His Excellency John Dramani Mahamad's promise to recover proceeds of corruption and hold persons responsible for such corruption accountable when he assumes office. A team has been set up to receive and gather information from members of the public and other sources on suspected acts of corruption. The team comprises the following individuals. 1. Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, Honorary Chairman. Mr. Daniel Domelovo, former Auditor General. COP retired Nathaniel Kofi Boache. Mr. Martin Kwebu, private legal practitioner. and a Mr. Raymond Archer, investigative journalist. Anti-corruption with Operation Recover All Loot as a major plank formed a core part of His Excellency John Mahama's policy platform in the 2024 campaign, and he intends to hit the ground running on these commitments. Signed, Felix Kwachio-Fosu, only a spokesperson for the Mahama transition team. We are working the lines. There are some few questions. The terms of reference for this committee. So we pursue reach one. Where would you get to see them? Who would be funding the activity? And I think one of the questions the current majority leader Alexander Kwame Afenyo raised, he said, who would be funding this committee? Yeah.
Party no. Omoni swadi hu se omo person omo boa no omo ji aban japade akodi baabi ni kwase ko aban sika akose baabi ni kwase ko party nankasa has a certain responsibility to sacrifice its time and money,
okay,
because how dance
to gather evidence as much as possible.
Boa no nyina no se me kura me ntimi fa so mesia no benten kokko
sure
minister ahode nya of this is kind of kura but the party na boa no wie na say the was can say
OSPO
a digital macro say ayeneni o say yi hwan o won na betimi agina o their team of creme de la creme aka say well mo di abade bandami anim ne we wo to nsenya o kokko pimo kwa ni fifo timi ahayo we dey o de code ya ye betimi apim akwa even though ye nsu ye we betimi apim akwa me do di be kwa say it's too early for us to be area for no I disagree. Because sebi say a party for an sponsor because they have a special interest, and because it's a word they give to Ghanaians. So they are telling Ghanaians that even before they take over, their preparation is so ready and prim and proper. Say ye na attorney now so no team no monkoye ho adwuma tempada we no and be distract your focus because ye onyoma bebreye Ghana for hwe anim say ye bema adwuma aba omanim Ghana for hwe anim say eto ahodo bia edada na so ye share boss ye be ye for Ghana for hwe anim say ade ba ko adi enya eye ye dollar ho sensem ye be pria say dollar no e betima stable Ghana for hwe anim say enyuma kase any other opportunities 24-hour economy ediba no say ediba in fact me share him say the broiler project will be revisited because a project bakwa na ebe buama Ghana for do na atimi anya fresh nkoko at a cheaper price it's ready I
so no find expression in the nkoko kitchen
but I don't say I've been a part of that it was really moving on smoothly until change by that broiler project in Hungary because at that time now Hannah Bichu was deputy and was in charge Dr. Louisa Bichu and was in charge of that project where no more introduced that 60-40 regime because the capacity was not there. It has been Akati farms, Infun farms, Darko farms, Jefam Kuni, China, one who Jumana, Darko farms, Yetimi, I export that Ghana for DB, Yabua Boris B. Yes. Boris B. and Kukono, Odeba, anywhere Duaninti, Ubehuno, within 3 weeks or 4 weeks, say, Leia Jinawa, Ujinoko Groku, no, Titofum. And it was moving on. What was left was making sure, say, a boa, not your digino, a bear so competitive. Ama any penny enko G, a year, the year crack, Edibano. And the bear shares say, all your big cold stores were, but to local products, 40% against who 69. We imported the end product was that. Kakra. Ebian can also by now. Almost 8 years was 12 years now. And he are facing out to cry Amagana Edino.
And the okay way now. And pay me who Madame for Baku status on WhatsApp. And I'm a catcher and say on send me picture now ne woni status no. Ain't here cross all the somewhere but Ghana's annual import. I think graphic online artwork graphic business and they sourced Ghana Trade Advocacy Network. Omano mo share Ghana ye annual import. Unim say every year tin tomatoes. Ye imported tin tomatoes $1 billion.
Oh, so Obi uko any quite the time and I get Minister Baku. Dr. Akoto free. Yes. Obi. Yes. That was one of the areas tin tomatoes killing off. No, Obi tin tomatoes are Obi Obrekum West. Tin tomato factory. As we speak now, our over 4 years. big tea tomato factory.
And start
it's not operating because we hear a certain support or push.
Yeah.
Why here no more we hear a certain push from a buy.
Because $1 billion. Osha emo $800 million. Essentially and confectionaries, $300 million.
Yeah, the amanyo sem bibia obi. Amanyo sem and the bibia or my see it to an amount to kill some of these things. No, and I'm saying that obi. Would share a buy policy. Say local rights crown. Quite be so yeah, and share. Yeah, near for a tour kesia pan to foreign ones na air bans to discourage one way or the other. If you still have taste or preference for those things now, come on, go ahead and do it. Whilst we still insist that the quality of the products that are local rice. MPP buy the giddy Christmas bakubi.
Yeah, I remember.
It was all over the country. All over the country. Echo boo. And I said, so we can help ourselves. We can let our products push and push more. We can have that taste for our own product.
And that's why we say that the biggest spender in our country is government. Yeah. And that's how you channel the purchasing power of the state. To build there is no way or dollar usidi it will not be possible. And found economic theories I'll be propounded. Forget it.
I have sat here continuously to tell you that nobody should be under that deception. Say,
I'm a dollar. When this is happening, now floor is some $600 million. Poultry, poultry and meat. $400 million.
When you get to that point, you say there are certain group of people they cabal be on. You see, one of the biggest John Mahama, President Kufuor, political party funding in this country.
Yes.
If we don't pay attention to it,
corruption,
the fight against corruption every day will be mouth talk,
lip service.
But so him say, if NDC has been in opposition for 8 years, there are major individuals and businessmen and companies.
I sponsor our campaign. Now, we are so on your father Christmas.
The party now,
when you get political power,
now is in power. They have the political power.
Also
so clearly, Obia or a huge investment to the extent that filling stations, power party party in the time so campaign car be a before Biano free now free. Yeah, that's what because when power changes, because Obi filling station go because of NDC and MP.
Yes.
So you don't expect that person. You don't know him. From nowhere, I say, Obiaba, or in any. Would you fool now? They go up and down.
Now, if we haven't,
exactly. So people should take their time and let's address those issues that are key for the country to move forward. Political party funding, one key major problem affecting all the systems in this country.
I think Elvis Free Ankara has been on that campaign passionately.
Way back, way back. I remember two pronouncements, consistent pronouncements from President Kufuor and then John Dramani Mahama. Very consistent on the fight against corruption. Key amongst them is political party funding.
Because and when you say Bimonso have made a business out of that too. Or no wa peske guho. And at your yarn say Oshe countries party be likely say ubetimi aba power no. No be PSK campaign.
Say mono munye ready say. Mo amoba ye mo sise ye na mato ato amuno man mo idea. Menso no I'll take advantage. Say obi arms dealer na. Ono so monitor baby every disadvantage is an advantage for somebody. Every disappointment is an appointment for somebody. It's until the country itself. And I am very hopeful that if you look at John Dramani Mahama, the president-elect, his demeanor and his posture from day one up to this afternoon, he's in for a treat. And that treat, I am very hopeful, say, maybe it's going to be the turning point.
And that's why he needs officers of his party, leading members of his party to help him. He doesn't need what Joseph Yamin did at our National Assay Center on Enya de Papa. It cannot be part of the resetting Ghana agenda. No. You cannot claim to be resetting Ghana. They're all things. Niomana MPP for year be will complain. You're doing the same thing. You come and tell Ghana for say you are into reset Ghana. You are joking. They should follow the lead of the president-elect. And then Yatsina says so far, he said the right things ever since you know as president-elect. Until we a party member, you should take a lead from the new man because John Mahama cannot be saying one thing. Now you're a national organizer, you'll be doing another thing. It doesn't make sense. Let me go over the list again. I mean, fish and nama you import annually $245 million. Make a tin tomato say $1 billion. And a tomatoes and cause fresh tomatoes. They imported from Burkina Faso.
Burkina and the certain say paint rubber. Ghana the 60 cities, Burkina the anya 90 120. And we go for the 120. But growing up, where was Burkina tomatoes?
Oh. See, every year we commit $100 million to the Burkina economy for tomatoes. $100 million. Toilet roll, any tissue. You import $100 million every year. Toilet roll and tissue. Cooking oil, $300 million.
Hey.
Pharmaceuticals and chemicals, $750 million. Soaps and cosmetic product, $200 million. Plastics, $500 million. Paper. Idimaka toilet roll and tissue paper, $600 million. Paper. Waba tiles and ceramics, $200 million. Iron and steel product, $1.2 billion.
Na NDC and NASA was not no more fast as scraps.
Yes.
No more cases.
Yes.
And also another way of whatever. No, maybe but there was a conversation around that thing to help us as a country to do most of these things within. Obi. Yakasa
because crabs no the
yakasa. Oh, yakari
yeah.
That
Nema me edda for matter say enne I think a yeni enne.
Okay.
Yes, a yeni enne.
And then maybe on the brighter side of life, the bankroller of overseer newspaper.
Yes. Okay, Chuku. The youngster Innocent Mawuli. Yes. Happy birthday to you, Innocent Mawuli.
Yakasa on same matters up to this afternoon. We are still talking.
Charlie.
That's why make us say, yeah, best say, down of 4 at this point, you know, the way. Ye debia de comparison na ha yesi ana ha yesi na ha yesi na ha yesi no sa ha na ese no anya sa keke o ekroma no anya aban mu mpanyifo nyina no they had a focus and a determination and a word no consciously and deliberately eka said obia ni ho obajo nso okwan ho so ojo nso okwan ho a assembly na local assembly no obi report to man pe.
Yeah.
It will serve as a deterrent to even other people. But nothing is changing. I'm not for Gusukra that they be other missions. Some example, police depot because you say traffic or just
common. Driver for in particular.
Did you attempt
Junso Gomoka ties?
Did you attempt, sir?
Baby, I can't be packed be an audience.
Ujina, then you hang one a bit a belay pigatem, no sense with the whole taxi. No, or ye taxi in Murano. So we are we should know that we are each other's keepers.
Yes.
If our attitudes and our mindset continue to be the same thing, don't expect anything new from John Dramani.
Resetting Ghana means changing mindset and attitude. If we don't get that right, Masatwa.
No,
nothing will change. Nothing will change. Right?
Because Obi, expectation start resetting your mindset and your attitude.
And we've made this point consistently. I remember say Kasan 2 years ago, people thought say Obi your mind stomach journalist criticizing Abino, criticizing Abino, a man for change your mindset. We are saying the same thing today. Yes.
A critique of this administration.
Because resetting Ghana means changing your mindset.
I'm saying, I want to paint that picture for you to know that politicians, majority of them are not principled. You see, Rex Shoma today talks about reorientation and mindset change. When we were talking about mindset change and reorientation, And that is what you said.
I'm saying stomach.
So today, when we help you in that crusade or advocacy for a mind change and reset,
are we still stomach journalist?
Because without that, your fantastic manifesto and your 120 days now. Because there are people within the setup of my plan say, come on,
you be di peche.
You be di papa. Say who no cry say because you be di papa no. Ube wana on sakoti. No di aduane ani kwazo. Akofa problem. How do we change that thing there? Yen timint na ho enka say obi be ya san fom so ni ayen obi be ka we ni ayen obi be ya we ni ayen and sometimes me see media no role no ayen.
Yeah.
If you look and watch at the media space now, it'll be sad. It's so
not only sad. It is embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
Ferry.
That's what I say. And I remember passing between Busa say, are we not able, especially in the name of force space now, are we not able to regulate it? Because when you get into other jurisdictions, that restriction is there. A more money and identity. Because a man. Every day we lose our identity. Obi na edin se Ghana ni akwada be page na no we. E dia cassette ya ne ti penso ana se obi a obro no so na edin. And it's a norm.
Oh. Norm.
And ne crowd ye trash ye. Die ni kwasi eti, die ni kwasi ehu. There are no classified information there. Nanka where they borrow the late president were. Who born dog? Say police ni page now. Na civilian ya kukudro pia police ni na to actually baby.
Now also no obi GTO crayfish soldier nsem.
Can you imagine?
Soldier ni
obi clapping.
Obi GTO free. Na man for budget.
And we are clapping.
I'm like really.
And you way abua konkonti ba.
Obi ni kese.
Aye kese. Et you shall say o kese na o chichi mo angaza mo ya. That's the point.
Enti nioma na jataba na wo gigi ne so ene no. Obeye jata kese a wasunye beye she wo krom ha no oman mamem to so. And I just want to establish a point na Ghana for nyina atiase oman onim say meka iron and steel product $1.2 billion ni import every year. Over cars and spare parts $2 billion every year. Furniture nkonya furniture $250 million a year.
Now kan konya asem yankasa ye wo ya go ewo
Kings
ni pay or Islego
your friends say Eco Plus
Otibonsu. Look at local nkonya any sa Otibonsu ni
aban create nkonya obeko China
now man koto parliament nkonya me na nkasa say so we couldn't contract any of our people to do this
parliament in Konya. Yes.
It's not that we have sat aloof. BBA in this country.
Yes.
We have raised concerns about it.
Yes.
But you don't understand the kind of leaders and the kind of people we appoint to head certain institutions and organizations. If you talk more, no more, more. And they come all the time with excuses. If we are not careful, this administration, same excuses will start flowing.
That's it.
Same excuses will start flowing.
Because the point is Mentias here said the chamber that hosts the representative of the people of Ghana. Ye kwa fixing konya with chamber wa. E was here kwa konya ni free China. When we have local if Ura Parliament House. Now we jina campaign platform so the dollar any seed in a campaign. Now Parliament House na Ura honing konya you imported from China. You are joking. Because the point is that Oman samefa nioma be miensa mefa cars and spare part 2 billion mefa iron and steel product 1.2 billion no quite 3.2 billion na me de tin tomatoes 1 billion aka ho na kwa 4.2 billion unim say the biggest single loan and ye pese yekokoje asoman okay is our president Mills time 3 billion Chinese loan say at the time na the biggest loan aye kwa akoje o at a go and no be na ye dey see atoabo gas plan nyina ama I think 1.5 billion by the good. It was the biggest loan an year kwakoje. We spend $4.2 billion every year on just 3 or 4 products. And you want what will happen is there be an artificial way now to save the city. But now Bank of Ghana $dollars. And so sustainable.
But that is what
sustainable.
The spokesperson for the transition team, any finance minister, on this matter of the economy is picking. Which is there be meaning artificial. There be because all because 7.3 or 7.4.
Yes.
No, can say me ube 3. We don't could not 7. It will conduct the benchmark. It will see expect say ube page yes sir. Ebia debi debu sa kone balance that 3 and that 4. So no kronan kasa even the politicians no more engage yes statistical service no more my data. They still doubt that data nan kasa
statistical service
because every facet is compromised. Now, because statistical service, MPP workers, NDC workers, Ura public and civil service, and what you say to MPP workers, NDC workers. Is that how we build the country? How are we going to build the country? Oko police service, information NDC phone, information MPP phone, these are sharply divided. Sanya Debo brand in this country, it's your minor, the national goal, no, the national prosperity, no, they be at the night.
Emma, my main shock a textile and apparel in Tare, $250 million. Home appliances, $900 million. And beverages and sasa in Sanya no ubieswa sugar and kwani nsui. $200 million every year. In the way a sample product. So in a year we spend over 20 billion importing Yoma into this country.
So why are we making noise?
And you think the dollar?
No, so why are we making noise then?
I mean, Charlie.
So we are not ready.
Yes.
The dollar city conversation, as Oman and Kasano. Yes.
The good thing, Kakrane said, the two parties, no, I think Vice President Baumia promised Buy Ghana initiative. Former President Mahama had a similar thing in his manifesto. Say he will use the purchasing power of the state to make sure we'll build local enterprise. A part of this whole 24-hour economy, boosting manufacturing in our country. Well, you have to create market for product companies. And he wants to use the purchasing power of the state. A good way to start to reverse trend here. But man, the point is, if government policy is done, now me a head of an agency. I was saying me use purchasing power of the state. Say me run my office, na me person me talk furniture for office wa. And he na me kwa craft furniture nefi. When my president has said I should buy Ghana, ni pan paper kwat now. Na down for you or China. Oh, breminyome they hot there.
We should go through all our ministries. Curtains, boys yako inside Juma.
Curtains no.
Yeah. Or yeah curtains mawa. You know, Bonsu, correct the type of curtains cry. Yankasa yeah public offices in Nano. Essential corner in Kunya. You see almost all public offices in this country. Aban we are banosuno. Baby, better some more ministerial office owners and a dynamo CC. And that's what we have been with, no problem. But Busa say renovation works never corny a CC never buy never cost one. No money in Nano. If you yes. So me pam chow. Mama, yantias say, yan kasa ni dada ho, and ye behave say, ye koye nimu abrabum. When government changes or when government is in power, Ghana does not necessarily benefit you. Ghana is always at the losing end. Then individuals, you know, they be done. For us to move forward as a country, this total disregard and disrespect for the rule of law, this impunity. So if we don't start fighting this impunity and total disregard for the rule of law, and people assume to themselves, as if
exalted view be of themselves.
Exalted view. Say me we national executive to if we don't start changing that mindset, where the police will no shame and says, as we a politician who can ask them krana and now can or no asema and can the team magazine. And all this as a market.
Oh no, many Felix Ninko Rani and Twan Common. So Felix Quachio for so spokesperson Edema, the John Mahama transition team. On so SI, a member of parliament elect for Abra Asebu Kwaman Kese. Honorable Akwabana, a poem to saying.
Oh,
yeah, transition team, no, a Jumane Koso Kama.
Oh, Yamia de Yugoso. Oh, I say there. Various share and start out with one. Various ministry, departments, and agencies. Now, that's a Mwaba. at the appropriate time. To me, it's the desire. It's
na as a committee, no, that time ben amode madwuma e ba wie.
Oh, I think before the inauguration of the new.
Oh, okay.
So if after that, those need for some clarification, I think public officials will be able to provide that, but officials before the inauguration.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not paying you who said the statement about your kind statement no ewa as part of more anti-corruption fight, no more put a preparatory team be together. Basically, team we no more terms of reference a day party no more be.
Oh, I'm so kind. It is pretty clear. One of the major ticket items for a year John 2024 now anti-corruption now or point what they fight for any campaign now or can say prayer now find back or better so accurate here for any and they say okay to shave I have to say to recover all say Kobani say we are buying penny na ademudi and on my sika badika I was in the video man one on and quanta at the year the open na it's ya na a good year or mine year or better say I know Sadio Mudiano. I say on my sika and now my badia. Beji ediamo mine no. I want my panso. Na who I would say so. Watch your machine. I want my panso. Na I be a woman dear. But they say we have a fluid situation. I'm Anthony Mama, so you need to 4 years no so and I preconam so you really so. The sign to know. I said, yeah, and what and sana, I put on a paper that was a good now, I can see it. And it's no NDC. Yes, yes, yeah, pa, protect, young, and to master. You won't believe how good the brain now. If you find your NDC for, I'm also a part of say a dane da no mo di obedi aban ni mechi mo kan trafo yi mo mu fa dodo na no say mo bi ade se mo ante twetwe e wo ahye bi na aban ni edi makuo bi na mo bon de ro pa mo mu susu se eni ne ya efia mra adate e fa for ente ko se na mo bon de yenu eni bi akoso ena efi abon about one is so better. Nipa do na da ne da. Omo 22 so e dey kratwo e ma se omo wadansi di e chire se pro ye ne kankan yi akoso anase e koto e wa ban eni mabu abugo bi mu na omo pe bia omo de sa da di no e to na mpentuo abo ano no ma shi inti sanye be ya se adansidi etesa no ewo ho na ewo se ebo abuno na yebute obua etwen bra tu bere di o ma peni mama etam na wetumi afamra panso e dia yeduma na ehun ya se itu anamo elimeni ya nti eye de eboni pa ne preparatory team eye ekuo bi a ebe de cha ho boa no akọpụ bra tupu ba be di abiri mama nsa no agentre ba se ya pata na o ma chafie mama se ne be ya o ma biri mama e de be o de abu akotire o fi bia so e fa ne ya na wa sha tutu mi pa e sa se bre e di woman it when you prepare o me duma ti so am ye ne se o mo be boa Sama and Kratu, the Kayania dance here, and go to that. Say the lady, and almost a dance here. To me, and the home a dance no up. Say the Baya, you bring your factory. When you say foundation, and not a basic to start on anti-corruption, effectively with regards to operation recover all and all the group would want to do in the campaign. It is a mandate to know a clear and a strong way forward.
Oh, okay. It's safe to say, Honorable, say when a party committee, right? Like NDC established committee.
Oh, I know necessarily parties because people who are doing was what they are not members of the.
Yes.
But that's it. They are public spirited individuals. They have proven through the work over the period. Say a ban on anti-corruption and after say they have the courage and the capacity to help with the anti-corruption fight. And then President-elect none what course out for them. Someone need the legal mandate.
Sure.
All of the friend will be set under any particular. Never you one of administration be and after a so they were not going to be able to do that. Now, so who will be your national say, who's to say, the fact Asempa you, Asempa FM, when I believe ma, chum, and after company, and when the Libya, it's camera, say, or upper taxation. Now, I dance the 1 year. I'm not normal work. Say a breast son of a man at the Yaman Penny, or what to me. Say Obama, I buy you. I should move, I shut the item kind, and now I dance the and family about it. I had no clear and I said, no crack. On better than the Yaman. Now, and 240 years to 2 with you. So they will gather information because we know Canada. Let me phone this way. Some messages are any. If you follow on, I was transitioning people any before I get the same bombardment of messages. No call of Nipa almost yes, almost than city. I papa take action. We know that we know me say over the period through the minority and even through some of the individual committee issue. Example about the Twitter regarding acts of corruption and acts of suspected acts of corruption. If you want to say, this is something that can boom. Now, so that when you as executive authority, it will not take too long for you to act quickly because all I know idea what's your boss say or the Juma. You himself, if I don't want to have a man, with the expectation, say, to Sana Mono or minor football.
Okay, me busa the question about say a party committee because questions have been raised. How our committee will be funded in Omajuma or Mobaba Bayehon or any answers? Emma or more raises our questions now.
First of all, our questions no make the baby anywhere will be a cafe. Sa committee they need funding do anything. NDC and that's all man penny man a year of one casa last year. A see a break of 2017 why you everyone. There are a number of facilities a year NDC among a hawk in a yes you move a year Juma the you didn't come up to it is almost a baby you move after can you a cafu and the amount say number 2 so will be who a dance day say would be a transition and I said what the far up for quantum point out the email and any form of communication said the car a woman no idea when you budget and not funding. You know, for a budget and not funding request young for my buying say offer or minus will be Emre will be So the person does not even arise about funding. The same way, President Mama, one in the office from 2017 to that week, and Obefaso, the architect, Sapo Kuya, Papa, Juma, or the Asom.
Meaning some members of this committee in the Juma pro bono service or more provided at the Amano.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We know me. In fact, my own so even transition makes both person at the side of the drama. It will not cost anybody a time. In fact, they are cancer if you are in issue of said the year 2 ways, said the baby as I did it. So and yes, now what you can see, yeah, from the same company, let there be the Aboka, the amount I know. About maybe I is here in terms of anybody else have committees. Yeah, a class as a media. Any support from the crowd, Omograno, ministry, private agencies now by everyone. There's no cost to anybody. But
yes,
yeah, power. Nipa Numbi, someone just had to make to help that or I don't think there's any concern in terms of cost and that a car or mine. And Nadipa, Yabo, said in their own individual capacity, they have waged the anti-corruption act.
Yes.
As for them, they bear by you. So the cabin was a few people. Toby. And Mr. Domino, no,
Auditor General, yes.
In fact, because of anti-corruption, and I my belief whatever Bonsu, we free or to put to Ghana. I determined that upon our fact, it was no constitution in Tiabra. From time to time, on anti-corruption, drop down of any tsunami, and then I put today for the said the cabin and what problem to Musia because of Red Mount. And yeah, COP later to watch it.
Yes.
Be in the a baby a kimono now or your police or I did to the commissioner of police.
Yes.
And the name about you. Since it's active due of the police officer, you know, the Juma of Ghana. So, in the year wrongdoing, any unlawful activity. Said your power of GME. But they say, we could be so busy and some of them will be on. And yeah, Mr. Martin, I tried to pick up as a lawyer. Lawyer.
Yes.
If you brand, more.
Sure.
On many occasions, he has engaged in public advocacy in terms of anti-corruption. What I said here, project can dream anything like that. I don't think they will go to the moment if you can answer. And I will monitor. So, I will but answer that. Now, monitor was the toast of investigative journalism in Ghana, but we need the benefit of theater. I think
the Enquirer newspaper. Yes.
And the cookie scandal, kickback scandal,
yeah.
I don't know what I buy. I don't know what to do. I want to make and fear the meaning is what will be at the so in their individual capacity, these gentlemen have been engaged in corruption for a long period of time. It is a more formal block given by a product like so come to money. Now money sa adansi a woho na one family president no find the human. I don't think it's possible because they are not demanding the different for anything. To say over the period in the last 8 years, and we have not demanded a penny from anybody. If you are purely voluntary, my dear to Musombe, so that point, formally.
Very well. Felix, the other point is because committee when any legal backing, legal authority, be able to even subpoena and call for and all of that, as you rightfully said, no? Adentina, and that question has come up. Say, Adentina and KBA, Montrain, or Mampenny, Ayatu Abamano, if you're swearing in, now activated the state institutions mandated to do some of these investigations, no? Now, Omayo Mejuma, why didn't you go for our option, no?
BBA is so kind. Say, in the Minimiano, will be in your private capacity. Who are kind? Say, we that point that should be a copy. You lift the lid and blow it up.
Yes.
You do it all the time.
Yes.
Newspapers, websites, Monsacra reports, Monsacra auditor reports, Monsacra documents, for the public to hear. So if in an individual capacity, what stops the president-elect from gathering information? You know, we are in a transition period. Medical Swakacha will say, and some sometimes time is of the essence. Well, to one of near that thing and one, not a bit more. And you can not a so we bet you so between one of one say you know and as it I'll go to make that to the APP. It is for us and to say in Tiamrebia and I could think for you, yeah, what can say? Ujinamrasuna or day and now to resolve powers that don't have. So Omokacho said they have no more due before the committee. When you don't have a legal man to end the BTM, sure. So me say when you who will be driven for anything that is to abide you to be the one that's the die and say it is one the mama has been elected. And obeying executive authority, obeying to me. Say Obeka say Obi. We are lawyer, and my father said any different. Now, no one does the DSA for any capacity, be a possibility. Nashishim. We will say, in a people are assembling one, I think about you more, and I look for more. For the Paduko to that that period has not come yet. But you see, the DSC are one and I will be able to see the Tayako Abaman and say, Usutu say, and as the Diabo go, the Abu will be to Yabuano. Now, now, Unyasa to me, to me, it's one among them, and I know. It's the two are not
mutually exclusive. Okay.
And Tiambra, and Biagini, and Yafa would be asking. Is it meaning to say, oh, how be out?
Very well. My final question, say, Obi wo evidence, was evidence about alleged corrupt act be under Akufo-Addo abayin kwana say we can extend it to Mahama abayin eba ekoye Mills abayin eba say Obi evidence be obetimi di aba.
Obi ara say when I am lawyer, when I am mututu bokwa akese. There's no statute of limitation.
Sure.
It's the 1950 crown, and as the general say, Obi, who is our Bonena. It's so many. There's no time for that.
Okay.
I'm a penny, I bet you just say, for any can be so passionate. Say, Hano, say, on one person, our power, say, on you, more. I bet you not fit for the now, it is
Asempa
FM.
Defense and Senpai. I could believe now you're my penny, Nada for power, little bone to see a cafe. So a better just say, be a cosu at Yapan. Then I don't cry, betting a pet for the Fede. I put Napo. You don't know, Bia, said to be able to that. Say, a poem opinion will be Yamra. Now, as it I give you the one. So there's no sense of this. And I assure you that I buy the woman at capacity. So now we have people now put you an idea of the truth. There's 4 points if you believe in it. There's an idea of the game. And not to know on yet. But I'm very mamma, dear, what put this on the platform. I'm very platform. So anti-corruption, I said, you there, I buy you to move it. Now, Mamma Bayer just crowd. The Unyada, she said, oh, you be a Tiamra. If we can give full assurance to the public. So there's no time back. Would you want it not a bededia? It will be
on Famra. Okay. Do you agree? And I've heard a lot of comments say the makeup of our committee, we know extra how serious President-elect Mahama effort this whole thing about anti-corruption. ASR intention and Amonsomo in putting this committee together.
Of course, Obi, when Majlaba was said, or best Ghana for that. If you say, I didn't have the place with you, as we did
Asempa
what is worth doing is worth doing well.
Yes.
So before now, what's yeah, I was here. And in our own that you can so get to us. It is a whole pound penny for say, must first of all go for people who have demonstrated capacity but that's what man will not make me. Number two, I was say a man for and the Ama woman. They must have confidence in the individual's concern. So we do not with you. I know crap. Bema will be our evidence. In that proposal, some way for dice after who we are because of the caliber of person. Any a Juma Mayan and Addis. Take it serious because in 10 people, some complain. Say, Omania, some crown for that. If you do lost confidence, but I'm Mama. Have demonstrated through the sector of these individuals who have a solid track record of be initially this will have only serious minded with the issue of anti-corruption because in their individual capacities are prayer. Minor emphasis of Monsa and now on my Benia Yak Bama over the days of Monsa. No more this as the peril of their own lives, as great risk to themselves and at great cost for themselves. If you confidence, say, on my opinion,
FM.
Once for all, we win a serious relentless fight against corruption.
Felix, me and Nasi, Bibiania, Yabessian Babidin Comobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pan. I mean, sure. Felix Quachio Fosu, or a spokesperson to the transition team for John Dramani Mahama. Ma Memra Studio Hana, me no ma hine kwabena sante ase. Na fe yenhwe na yentimi ento adwuma. They will be speaking to the National Youth Organizer of the NDC, lawyer George Opariado. Oba beka yensa wo studio ana fe yene no edi enkomo. Again, he's credited with Ejuma Oyeye ensure victory for the NDC in this election, organizing the youth wing of the party to do everything possible, say, party we need this particular election, the Green Army, and Omo ensure so there is a green wave in Ghana. And George Opariado will join us at exactly 4 p.m. na yedi enkomono asheso. First, mamene Royal Kingdom Estate for Enkasa na afe yentimintoa yenkomono so. Mini abema etesay udine ye Seth Yamwa. Oh, you're doing Royal Kingdom Estate.
Director of Marketing and Innovation.
And the only packet. Pia Wakunya and bread, Nimka. Pia Wakunya bread, Nimka. Aha. Madam also Dini. Ajoa Adi.
Yes.
Oh, you're doing
Me a digital marketing executive.
Hey.
And that's
Digital marketing executive.
Yeah. But my Fantina too.
Oh, the man. When you work a Fanta. Oh, them. Now, if in
Miffy Akuna Sutra.
And the Fanti proper. Oh, them. and our
side, but Cape Coast.
Oh, Cape Coast. Oh, wow. And they are comfortable in the Fanti than Chile. Very well. Very well. Yes, Royal Kingdom Estate. I see there is this bars around the brand. I mean, there's sudden bars from nowhere. Royal Kingdom Estate, Waji baby. Why then tell us about Royal Kingdom Estate?
Okay, Obi, we here for now. Obi Osei Bia. Royal Kingdom Estate. Ebi abekado a sudden buzz, but we've been there. Obi and baby umpe. Exactly. Until we've been there, but we have actually specialized in seamless land acquisition process. That is what we set out to do. And Royal Kingdom Estate here market oriented and product oriented.
Okay.
Into product oriented, you just design the product and you bring it on board.
Okay.
And a market oriented, and so you listen to
what the people want.
Exactly. So we are very fond of coming up with the user generated solutions. And it is in royal and kingdom. It's like royalty, right?
Yeah.
And kingdom is also there. It's all about family. It's all about relationships. Every brand has our project. We are very particular about relationships. And we don't just do the real estate business. We also go beyond that to provide extra value for our clients. It will be all Royal Kingdom Estate. He or she is part of the family.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. I think say amount for royal. What a real estate. What a obi tonasase, obi tonadana. What comes to mind? The location and a price.
Exactly.
Enti boyenmu, where are your properties located? And ne bonen so yahin.
Enti particularly we try to bring solution for everything, just like Mr. Seth Okain. Inti Echo countryside about prime location as well. Your Cayenne Sasson baby majority of your developments na Ebri
Beponodo.
Yes. Very lovely place, beautiful landscape, beautiful topography. Come up. And about prime location is why your project I started East Airport. Mixed use 10-story facility and also Rabado and Chebia. And another development is Osu, the African Renaissance Tower. Exactly. Into your product for everybody. And about your pricing as well, we are very, very flexible. Starting price of 90,000 Ghana cedis. Ebenya property.
Sure.
An easy
starting price 90,000 cedis. And by property you mean Asasa another done. Okay, Asasa.
Yes,
okay.
Please,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, but that's cool.
Yes, and they have very, very flexible payment plans and so.
Wow. And even for that price, no, still on payment plan.
Payment plan, yes.
Asasana.
Yes.
Asasana be we bria. And they be East Airport.
Yes.
So, Mama Fayin Kakra, Bruno 90,000. Obia Kodam side now. Most of the lands there they are selling for $50,000.
Okay.
Because of the views, the ambience, the scenery. So if you are Bushru, but there's not so much in difference until they sell the views and all that. But through inflation, through all we have still maintained charging in cities over there.
Wow.
And I rate are very, very, very good relative to in Kofa or charging thousands of dollars.
Until them a horse asana the normal size of asasa
0.16 acre, which makes one plot.
70 by 100.
70 by 100.
70 by 100. Yes.
Wow.
And I will give you the scenery that's worth on for $50,000, the road network, the climate, everything that worth on for $50,000. We'll give it to you at a very affordable rate.
The EBITDA so assassin be available.
Be assassin ya capture now.
One per control my man. I'm why Charlie. Wow. There are so many real estate companies in Ghana.
Right.
For Royal Kingdom, what is that unique selling proposition about you? About the normal one property is unique in Ghana.
Okay. So just as we were saying, when we are selecting our site, we are very strategic about it. Because baby there are different access routes to every other location. And I think the kind of views that we give for those prices, they are unheard of. The kind of scenery that we give, they are unheard of. And like Ajo was saying, we cut across the different segments of the market.
Yes.
There are a lot of real estate companies that they look at capturing certain segments of the market. But like I said earlier, we come up with user-generated solutions. We are market-oriented, product-oriented. And we look at every segment of the market, both those in Ghana, those in the diaspora, middle income, high income, whatever. We want to make sure there's something for everyone.
Wow.
And like I said earlier, we go beyond just the development. There are times I see you and Kasa Otum for client for airport. The CEO himself does that. You know, so when we are talking about relationships, when we're talking about credibility, let me say this. We have about 70% of young clients from referrals.
Oh. Word of mouth recommendation.
Exactly. And for a real estate company, if you have referrals from already existing clients, then it means there's something
you're doing
something
right. Good. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And for especially Ghana for, and there's a lot of Ghanaians in the diaspora 8 year in Jumedie. And the Ghana for more bruche. I mean, say, ebi awati ebri, but I won't share them who hoda. It's a beautiful place. I say, unya saso, and ebi ame catcher mo say, instead say, udis kanibeba unya be maybe uofa being fancy diamond, obeba. No, this can in our suya, Eddie, I read beer. Oba, we're going to be dying pictures, no, the actual. Oba Baba be collapse, Ewa Ghana. Me part of a credible real estate company, Royal Kingdom, Ewo. Only a Munko agreement. And I think it's something that will come on to about construction. Say, Ebia, Obi Sawa Bruchri. Na or the sikaba or Thomas Asinibi. No person musima na. You can do that for the person.
It's something
right?
We do. We actually do it.
Fantastic.
And we also make sure that in that process, you are with us throughout
process. Every step of the way.
Every step of the way you are involved.
Yeah.
We Zoom meetings set up regularly, seeing what's going on. You can have your people come around. We make sure you are a part of the process.
In Ghana for Namua Bridge, this is a glorious opportunity for Munina. Every hodie unia sasu wa pebi. Eho wedano. Oh, erade. Where the papa be? But I think one thing so unique about mine is Monsas near litigation free.
Exactly.
How do you ensure that? Moya den, yes.
Litigation free in the Hamado because Ghana had especially mostly a bit safe. Especially for my diaspora brothers and sisters, but to know be a assassin or bebana or be sidai was so but on a curious bisido name assassin a kota assassin or baby no day so kind of child there was assassin in some stories be paying ayati in Tieno. One of the things we're trying to do there, but they eliminate them stress on their clients. Exactly. Every time I say you have confidence in what you're buying, or peace of mind there. It's value for my money. In Tieno, we go undergrounds, we liaise with the locals, we talk to people, we go straight to Alodia owners and assassinate paperwork, everything complete. Tier to assassinate war on them. In Tiaba never to assassinate no third parties. Everything directly from us. And they be as you catch your clients 1 year with due diligence. Eco Lands Commission, Eco Searcher, assassinate way in Tianum there. You're dealing directly with us. No litigation. And to assassinate, you build peace of mind.
And
Obi, you see. There's something that we do or we've done in time past. There have been times where you took to Asasi and we've paid multiple parties for the land. You know, because Empede Botas Asu will be now ebi o man hina baka the assassin or so just to ensure that
you buy all of them
peace of mind. If that's the last resort to be the legal system, but when there's a way to resolve this, if you have to pay multiple parties, we all come to the table. We'll do that. And this is not because you will scare you too good. No, it's just because you want to make sure at the end of the day, you are selling peace of mind to the client.
To the
client. 10 years, one thing.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know, since a lawyer is a litigation, a dispute court through, or also court through a Ghana.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that the peace of mind alone is, you can't quantify it. It is a that is what you would be buying from Royal Kingdom Estate. Peace of mind. And unimunia bia, uninin come more abeton sasu or baby bia, or bebana land guard to go assassins, or be Johnny, bejo digging fee, near roofing fee in our account. Oh, but dimes of crank of us what it's crazy. But that's why Royal Kingdom is your answer. Ma apart from Sasseno, more other properties are more sign at home.
Yes. Apart from so we have Great City Prime.
Okay.
One of our developments is called Great City.
Okay.
But Great City Prime is because people come in and say, "Yepema waste the door, turn my end."
Okay.
Some come and say, "Build for us." Some to give them room to do what they want to do. But Ebimu have been crying out for some time. They in Simon number 20. Grey City Prime is designated for that. It's just for 3 and 4 bedroom, 3-bedroom bungalow, 3-bedroom story, 4-bedroom story. Self-compound. And you know, actually, then Uncle Fusi Ghana developers, they are very, very urban, like space now, land side now, but we are looking at giving people full plots. Full plots.
You bring a parking space, come on.
Everything.
On no wine.
But Eba East Airport, in fact, here was another development called the Decade. That's for shortlet.
Okay.
Into again,
fully furnished apartments.
Fully furnished, like we say, cutting across all segments of the market. Into Biwa Bao Christmas, you want to buy chill what town.
Or per shortlet, be 2 weeks, be 1 month, be.
Yeah, sorting out. But East Airport was the future. So the future because the architectural design is meant to speak to all friend and like from the near future, or it will never go out of date. You get it. It's going to be an 80 bedroom apartment, 10 floor.
Wow.
Studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and basement, underground parking, pool lounge. Osusu African Renaissance Tower. And why the name African Renaissance Tower? Because when we like to tell stories. It could be assassin one now where Kwame Nkrumah declared independence. It's very close to it. For Christianborg Castle is very close to it. The stadium is very close to it. You have very monumental things around the site. So we like to tell stories. And that is why the name African Renaissance Tower. And the project is awesome.
It is a Mabaji one project, but are there any restrictions? And like may attachment be to the building? Are there restrictions or what?
I mean, there are restrictions necessarily because the mayor kind we are trying to sell peace of mind. And say into me over how and now my open it's a set a guideline baby ever boy member. There are not necessarily any restrictions, but ebane there AC dying development or Grey City. Grey City, your main selling point the views that it comes with, mountain views, the greenery, come up. Into our best 5-story. Now me man who between 1 story. That's a mission. 5-story being 150. Over how? Because I won't have access to the reason why I bought the land in the first place. Into my kind there, you can build 2 stories and a pent. The men obia everybody has
when you
access.
buy land. That's when you buy land
and you are building exactly. 2 stories and a pent. Everybody has access to the beautiful scenery, the beautiful views.
But if it's an already built, done like self-compound, we see now me bet me to my extensions.
We'll make provisions
for that. That's fair. That's fair.
And sometimes people may sit down inside now, maybe the dry walls. So we'll make provision for some of these things.
Very well.
Now there's another one.
As a crossing there, diaspora they don't want concrete jungles. They don't want concrete jungles. We have a lot of greenery in our locations. We have Black Star Village. We have the View. We have Grey City. What we also encourage our clients to do, at least plant something in your compound. Because we are maintaining the greenery there, but you also have to
do
add
something.
to it. Exactly.
That's true.
And then also. And we have a vision. If it is a community, just look at maybe 1 year down the line. If Grey City is well developed, amenities are bahonma. That's what we're trying to, ensure. In theater assassin, and Pedibija assassin at maybe 3 years, 4 years, net the whole Bearland. It won't encourage that vision that we're trying to, realize. In team, we say, within 24 months, your baby was assassinated. The Kada baby a bit of fence wall, a BB, a foundation, a BB, a substructure. Do something within 24 months. And build a community.
That's good. Yemrano echo, but let me see this. Obit, you're interested in the air on your day.
Okay, also Obit and Obotum will reach out or send your email or info@royalkingdomestate.com. And are there
sales at royalkingdomestate.com.
But also our 055 755 5909.
Okay.
055 755. Yes, 909. 5909. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, very visible on social media. So anywhere, send your DM, I will reply quickly.
Okay. Into for more pair numbers, no a friend 0557 555 909 0557 555 909. Na only one in common. There's another number 0272 778 880 0272 778 880. And remember the final say, and the question then will be say for Obi when you bad experience be with any other real estate company.
Right.
Na OTO and an assurance be na ode mano. Say Obama Moha, there will be no issues.
Okay,
finally.
Yes. Just like Adjoa said, in fact, your testimonials will be crowd online. And we have a lot of stories online. I mean, when you go on our platform side, because if I want to speak to them, what if I twist the narrative? What's my better and my twist narrative? No, so people should go on our YouTube platforms, our Instagram platforms, websites, Royal Kingdom Estate. You just find every testimonial over there. And we also want to assure you, just that you are just as you be dealing with us as the landowners, no, because we have dealt with the Alodia owners, no. You know, it mitigates the risk. Because third parties in the own sure. We want to assure them that we are the right people to do business with. We are the one-stop shop. That is how we are touted as the one-stop shop.
Fantastic.
One brand, they should come home. You know, as my kind of prime real estate, but prime real estate is overrated. Because development is taking development to it will be build infrastructure, employ the locals. That's what we do. Employ the locals. Now start his business. Banks will start moving there. Schools will start moving. This is what development is about. Until they should come home and let us build our continent together.
Fantastic. Maminda wanna say, I mean, Royal Kingdom Estate, super stuff, and more. And you can reach out to them. sales@royalkingdomestate.com. Email address back on info@royalkingdomestate.com. Speak to them now. Creative BB Emfa. Beautiful stuff. Say old dines now design architectural designs on Bayama or property now management so they can do that for you. And Kaise and Sasene Buone shots if in 90,000 cities. F4 papa. Take advantage. Yentie we emra yeba George Opareado, a lawyer, national youth organizer of the NDC, is our guest on the show. Stay with us here, Basisia.
Intimi kwami bampo penye market ya enye insuta na yesta ibisano anton swa bobu esanse me packet ye miensape mini thank you emon dum fo bia dum me wa bombo sia se me nkopɛ tank nto na din tank na meta min high Syntex tank din na echepa Syntex tank benzu de kita warranty bebre Syntex tank na face so uni my favorite color no tank ben de bit na yama me Syntex tank obia says Syntex tank case close Tribel tank hwede ya twro eye SINTEX Syntex tank na ene na bebie Syntex tank eye strong eye tough.
Ecobank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. Ecobank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it. You go enjoy up in my chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even just tight with the Apple. Ecobank Apple. Life is easy with the Ecobank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the Ecobank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with Ecobank. King promise.
What
happens when ancient days meet modernity? What happens when a goddess wakes up in an era of digital chaos? Witness the epic battle between the past and the present. Catch the intrigue and suspense in Amwanime's era, a brand new epic telenovela showing Mondays to Fridays on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Available on DSTV Access and Go TV Plus. Dial *759# to stay connected.
Tontonte yenum nsane afadwen ne afadwen ampa say na nanu nim say brebi beba ama tontina 74 opa ye ne simple T74 abeye aduro tontina 74 ana T74 asa twe yadwene asina nanom dodo so say de na dodo bua ma nanom enyare basabasa no saa na tontina 74 ana T74 ebu anipadua no emo immune support enti obi onum bie no abrebia ne ho denden tontina 74 yinso yaye no se nsuo krokro enti baby a wonam bia obetimi de wade akọ samene wa ankefi na ekroyi eda no nko na wie ye wa bra mennom T74 samennom tontina 74 menya hoɔden mennom ne da bia T74 yi eye hahama ene ye de aye na DHC ena aframa na ye kama saa no T74 ahoɔden ne apomuden ko a T74 yi enye ma oba wa fa afuro ana obi a ɔma nufuo ana se obi a onya mfie dumienu etufon frɛ 050-162-8931 ena 0246-073-498 FDA agi adwadie nkrat
Ajapadia sonkwe wedensie mu asase. Se ubenya asase a mansu bia eniso no. Royal Kingdom Estate enado ho eto won so a. Wobemu asase Royal Kingdom Estate esa wo fully furnished apartments ewo East Airport 15 minutes drive every Kotoka International Airport. Royal Kingdom Estate ewo ensase wo Accra. Abri Abokobi Hills. Brekuso ebe Ashesi University. Open litigation free land sa. Royal Kingdom Estate. Sansu eto a free 2-bedrooms apartment wo pe bia ebo ne da for mama so bia anyone a Royal Kingdom Estate enkoto asase me emfa atuo ne emma eni wachi wo be we your cantonments Offset Soul Clinic International School 0557 555909 0272 778880 Royal Kingdom Estate building communities.
What is some musical concert ebe basso afefofro New Year no what ho asamana
Adum FM All White Strictly High Life 2025 jumedi no eno ho asam na obi say na ho na say we die obi anim
wacha
eye enije jumedi a Ghana ya High Life papa ene ye di bedi asa live band papa bi ya ye di jams enso afra DJ simienu a wo di nyum adane ene eba beboa ma yetimi atwa ye na say anajumu ni nyina enye no nko a
papa nie enamunie ensanie ebeye nigye nko a na masanso te say eye all white affair enter the fitan nko a
sa pepe eye fita ene edisia afefoforo no ekwai ebaso 1st January 2025 our Silver Star Towers enumre no nsia pepe
de man ye nigye mro sokra ne say
ticket no eye for 100 Ghana cedis for single 150 Ghana cedi for couple and now so betimi dial *714*003*3# now a ticket so wo free amanone na wo ba be di bronya any new year ni wo Ghana ha na se wani je Ghana High Life papa ho and sasa wo me se kra Adum FM Strictly High Life 2025 eho na action ni nyina ebewo new year mark your calendar no 1st January 2025 Adum FM Strictly High Life 2025 yes yo bronya uji wani a bomodin a na fa condom ebo ho ban esanse HIV and AIDS ewo ho.
My oh my, Fiona FSA. This is a classic modern house. Unim se, baby I would take na treni pakua. Oh yeah, I don't see ho cancel a dawson enti. Men too sika nkusi fie bia kekeo. Sidaya nchima de bekayo. So what was assassin kwa dia. Makasebels and design it ufie no na one Samsung simao. You would name defua or nim dear what I don't see him. At Casabels, we design and build luxury and contemporary houses. Be it private residence, hotels, schools, or commercial apartments. Locate Casabels Casabills at Plantville's Residence, Akoko Photo, Dansoman. Call 0543 297 333. Visit www.casabills.com. Casabills.
This Christmas, make Max Buy your ultimate shopping destination for family and friends. Remember your 40% discount with your home appliances. Go on your way, dear. Max Buy with Nyama Bebre amount. Grab our cool chop bundle offer deal on blender, kettle, and air fryer. Miensa weighing 999 Ghana cedis per open now per day. So what better techno common series? What be the 400 cedis SE and our face so ITEL S24. What be the 300 cedis SE? Ma we use your phone in J. Better AC every Max Buy. Then your free installation. Online shoppers dear. You film. Enjoy free delivery within Accra and Tema. Call us on 054 401 9552. Branabe shopping or Max Buy. Office.
Get ready for another exciting and memorable time with the family as we bring you yet another fun-packed edition of the Joy FM Family Party in the Park.
Set in the Ebri Botanical Gardens, families will once again be treated to lots of bonding and fun activities such as cooking competitions, tag of peace, sack race, musical chairs, dancing competitions, and so much more.
Guess what? We're taking it a notch higher this year. There will be a whole food village where some of your favorite food brands will be present, so you don't need to bother about food at all.
And the new Games Village will be lit with assorted 3D games, FIFA, and many others. This Christmas, Santa will be there with his bag of goodies for the family.
That's not all. Kamido, Kwampa, Kwabena, and many other artists will mount the stage to light up the party.
The Joy FM Family Party in the Park is simply the place to be for families this Christmas.
Mark the date, 26th of December 2024.
Ebri Botanical Gardens, 10 a.m. sharp. Tickets are going for only 200 Ghana cedis for a family of 6.
To purchase your ticket, use the short code *714*003*3#. Select Party in the Park and follow the prompt.
The Joy FM Family Party in the Park is brought to you by Frito Cooking Oil. You deserve a life of goodness. Fortune Low Fat Spread for Bread. Always on point. DBS Roofing Industry, your roof experts. Velton's Beer, distributed by Kingdom Books and Stationery. Aquaba Bottled Mineral Water. Day by Day Men, distributed by Dream Cosmetics. Joy FM Family Party in the Park, creating memorable family moments.
What happens when ancient days meet modernity? What happens when a goddess wakes up in an era of digital chaos? Witness the epic battle between the past and the present. Catch the intrigue and suspense in Amwanime's era, a brand new epic telenovela showing Mondays to Fridays on Aquaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and Go TV channel 102. Available on DSTV Access and Go TV Plus. Dial *759# to stay connected.
Edem, adan asa wutiti.
Bosia mepe wo bank no. Wasi aje mi wechina mu de. Me so me ne bi.
Na wa fresh CBG for. Sa we adwuma wura. O pese wo tre wo adwuma mu. Ana ankrankra wa biebie nnwuma. CBG collateral free loans no ma wa kwanya bebre. Me se wotumi ma wa adwuma dwetre bosia kosi 1 million Ghana cedis de boa wa adwuma. Ana ankrankra de tonfo nso tumi je kosi 200,000 Ghana cedis. Wonji ejina mu de bia.
Sa we de sa Asempa o.
Se CBG kasa wo pe asetena pa ma won customers a. Ye na kire asetena wakonya nyina japade a wo ho. Enu nti mema ejina mu de ana japade a woni no. Ntwe won san. Kona koji CBG collateral free loan no binne. Kai se nhihye kakra wo ho. Akwa baba ahoto.
CBG, we stand with you.
na science dia kese aga na fodi o power jet battery hono ye no kware o efisa me to me kai ma se battery be ye de wo ko se me discover power jet battery what me kai nya me si kwa mu bi me ne battery issue to nkwanta pa ye o enti se de me ne power jet battery ambassador me mo na nkrofo ka kwa so ma me jump o mo de na makamfo power jet battery mo hu se battery mu gwa hodo power jet car battery the Roxen Ventures na Kofaba Omo Shalom Sport Runabout War Community 18 Sprinters Road Frelmo 0208090789 and 0242314774 Obenya Binsu Ashama Kuwana so Ochinenti Enterprise Afi Battery Shop will be a wabuso kan Kumasi Kwame Choba Enterprise Pampaso and a battery shop will be a waswame mazi Amakom Macro Junction Every Kaswako Winneba Junction Swedro Magazine Takwa de Jasefa Bia Power Jet Battery Day Power Jet Car Batteries put that day.
Middle. Now then I would say why you stay for Sano. Eh, on no quanono. Jama wa bre.
Akos, send your mensani menemu chemeno. E moye titriti. Mentumin sorry.
Who name one? And no me free jump by and me catch you say. Mato 3P garlic mixture ba. Enti numbi ansana wakoda. Me who yana sawada. Sawano.
3P garlic mixture.
And mamoja edu mwofu saneno. E cheye. Natural garlic papebi. Any ediaye.
Aha. Nano na madam fukofimpo catch me say. He work natural health for be drobi or modiaba. Your friend 3P garlic mixture.
Who could to Jenny wapasu na sorry. Who complaining no. So one 3P ya. E big Johnny say Edroy and your mapping for Emma woman for and answer kwada wonye mfie dumi no. FDA agi ejedian kratsui atum.
3P garlic mixture. Ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops in them. Okaishi ubenya bi wo Cough Sam and Kings Walk Herbal. Tema Community 5 Little George Ashamai Ekosiisen Pharmacy Kasua Tribe of Judah Fred Piwak Ewa 024-89-288-24 and 020-100-0021.
Esan so my Ghana gwa boaso ade hia fimpeno ene de no nai opanima abato ni nteno e wo se wo yahwe ye pa esan si wo nkrofo bi ho no mu a odalenda ne nsem no kurani no oba mane a enim entene seba na mane bobi pose hu no kure wo mudia ene na hyene manan so de dikan baabi amane boni fira eba no hwese nsentwere kwa wodro bo amane akrogen no ba hwese sansemi a watena de firi ho no na so se wadwemu ye wo na ade a ene na abefo kro na wokọ yekoye nhwehwemu no kobia watwero about es no na kenkan ni ye na de etosumie no nso de otwo sansem no ye ne mo hwehwemu kakra samre yi de wono mo makwadere enko na betimi agye mama ne bo adi te sabato komisa ena National Commission for Civic Education na mprensa so no sama ne bo awonsa aka no pensem mu hwetifia sam ne de ekire kasamfonya na asemfonye ne so de na ekire the krakra no kwa befo so na bogana.dubawa.org na ehwe ma ne bo no mu wo ho no uwia de yachi wo social media so na ke WhatsApp channel no eho Sankratoi Dubawa and a US Embassy Election Literacy Project.
Hello, spare driver. Send this nana.
Oh, boss, me the car na kopimo.
Hey, what the car to me so?
Boss, na one year insurance.
Charlie, menya mranko you, never send me go fumu.
Who bet to me your insurance we fumu ho?
Na face you send me sound come market.
Who bet to me your insurance no market ho?
Na we send me sound so no ready and mama you.
Boss, kitchen wa no bet to me your insurance ho.
Ah, na me die.
And one is our best send the WhatsApp akoma obaya was 0242-426-396. Now for Provident Insurance so aboa ya car insurance ama WhatsApp so baby wo bia.
Enti baby.
Bebia. Say you bet to me your car insurance bebia ni abrebia wo WhatsApp so send a message comma or buy ya 0242-426-396 and ya
Providence dear man you're covered.
What is some musical concert? Ebe basso afefofro. New year no. What is one samana?
Adum FM All White Strictly High Life 2025 Jumedi no. And one FM na ubi say na. Ho, na say we die. Obi anim.
What sha?
Eye enijie Jumedia. Ghana ya High Life papa. And ye di bedia sa. Live band papa bi. Ya ye di jams. And so Afra. DJ Simienua. Wamo di nyumu adani. And eba bebwa. Ma ye timi try na say. Anajumu ni nyina. Enye no kwao.
Enyum papa nie, enamunie, ensanie, ebeye nijie nkoa. Hey. Na masanso te say, eye all white affair and Tadifita Kwan.
Sapepe, Fita, and Yedishia Afifofrono, Equine, Basso, 1st January 2025. Our Silver Star Towers, and you may not see a pepe.
The money and Nichiam so cran say.
Ticket, for 100 Ghana cedis for single, 150 Ghana cedi for couple, and also so bet me a dial *714*003*3#. Now a ticket. So ufri amanone na woba bedi bronya. Any new year no Ghana ha. Na se when nije Ghana High Life papa and sasa umese kra. Adom FM Strictly High Life 2025. Eho ena action nina. Ebewo New Year. Mark your calendar no. 1st January 2025. Eye Adom FM Strictly High Life 2025. Yes yo. Bronya uji wania. Bomodia na fa condom ebo humban. Esan say HIV any AIDS ewo ho.
Arriba! Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Yena munyina ase yema munyina kwaba emfa momra Ekosiisen dwumedie so medidi Osei Bonsu said the kind of tool my name no lawyer George Opariado, national youth organizer edema NDC wabekansa ewo studio. He led the Green Army into battle as far as the 2024 elections is concerned, and largely party for bebrena face and Juma or yen so eboa pana this historic victory party no enya George Akwabe te saying
yeah no me obi
bibi aboko
na me ado me ba ha che o
enya izo
unu ze me ko elections have been here radio so they have a policy once the job is done
nothing about radio. I think it's a cool policy, and say aboa in all your elections awako
yes we can start in top
onko
you get the job done
I've
always said
that's true but this was an exciting campaign for what particularly Meboa?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Before I say anything, man, in fact, we're feeding Ekosiisen His Excellency, the President-elect, trust them is that your comeback will always be greater. Now, Osei, the way 2016 Okoye, and then some Ghana for Kanye. Now, Osei the Enyame. I am His Excellency John Dramani Mama na Asedan Kuto and I was here the man. Mema the first female vice president elect incoming vice president of Ghana. Miame Mame Prof Jane. Mema no se so she's always been a pace setter, and I've always said Obia Nyamingo e won so no. Onene bibia ye. And Mijidi said she really added something extraordinary to our campaign. I'm launching a campaign, man. I'm with her, and campaign. It was a very significant aspect of our campaign. And me mani chinkwa na me fa kwenya yin so na me nchia me national chairman General Osei Dunketia. In these elections, so Obisamia, one of the people who stood out, Chairman Osei Dunketia. His energy levels was amazing. Masa, baby, I koni abre crown who be doing a chairman. And we thought all 276 constituencies, and also 90 276 constituencies. At his age, and Jumo to me, and the young crown here, branch any maba crown, near Bekobeba Nona. So I remember even asking him, and last year for all he said, how does he do it? And you know, for every campaign to run effectively, we will be a better nature. And this time around, our strategy worked very well because our General Secretary, Fifi Kwete, He was the main campaign coordinator. And when it gets tough, he gets into the field. But most often, probably there's a problem with a buyer. As I'm saying, conquerors or I know afro. As a president, call Hanomono, we were actually on him for reverse, go back here. So there are some regions you remove. So while the team is in the regions, have been quite a few. It was because of the feedbacks we were picking, and we needed near Yobia or better naturally. Now with me because we are trust and so my member no so and he played his role extremely well. Now member national executives in Abaso. Because to achieve success, you need a collective effort. And Yamin Chadie, it was a collective effort from all national officers. But Obi, this campaign was largely run by the youth of the
youth-driven campaign.
And I worked with a fantastic team. And because of me, from my working committee chairman and any team. Ebabedu, my finance committee. Who's a Koba in a finance and they mobilized support
resources.
And we also had a group of young, dedicated people. The list is so long. But I worked with an amazing team. People give me credit. Nobody should give me that credit. It is the backroom team I worked with. The ideas, because the leadership is a course. What follows are the effects of it. But to be able to achieve in the innovations you saw, we redefined campaigning. The 21st century, and we are digital age, and so we had a targeted campaign. We made sure that we reached every demographics via a walk. From the aspirational, the unaspirational, the educated, the uneducated, the list. We even had a campaign solely for traders and artisans. We had the Gen Zs,
millennials,
even first-time voters, free SHS. You're segregating campaigning in such a way, say, you're segmenting in such a way, say, Obia Inya, and there will be your arrowheads. More head each section. It's my member team now. Now me commend my regional youth organizers. Me 2 deputies no. Ruth Sedo and Osman.
Ayarega, yes.
And me regional youth organizers, with deputies. Masa amazing work. And the constituency youth organizers. When we met, and what we do is the region and then we assess the challenges, and we all admit that if the NDC lost this elections, we knew that it was really the youth that had failed. Because no voter population now in Mebunu and the Dorso. So how were we going to reach them? And every direction, every instruction, every suggestion, they implemented it to the latter. Wow. So on election day, all the even from the registration all through to election, everybody stuck to the scripts. And there was some special operations team. They do Kumase na Spirito Jinaha, na Jaru Jinaha, na Osebaba, na Isedu Aba. I took a lot of efforts
to put that team together.
All that people to come and support the NDC. We spent days in Ashanti region. Engaging. So when I did my work in Tafo, on that platform, you saw all the from heroes. That is how they refer to them in Kumasi. Saw all the heroes who hold Ashanti region, and they were all NPP.
And
the master of it was the Saturday before John Mama era
Ashanti region
Sunday, over 20,000 NPP for a press conference. Somewhere defecting.
20,000.
Over 20,000. A press conference. It was led by a young man called Malam, Alaji Ayana Malam Yaya. There were a lot of media houses.
So almost defective by NDC.
And you know what? The MPP used a lot of money to suppress the story. But I said something there. They can suppress it. They can pay all the money not to get it published. A few of the media houses picked it up. But a lot of them fell for it. So, but the Nipana Kume who suppress the story now. On the day of elections, you vote against you. And that is exactly what you saw.
In Ashanti region, strategy is Mobema NPP for Ashanti region, lose interest in even going out to vote. Was it part of more strategy?
It means in discuss strategy. But the truth is that when people leave, they talk. In their money, they vote in Ashanti. Let's not take that away from them. But most of the numbers were not real. After 2020, we did a lot of interrogation. And our campaign, I've always spoken about data. Maybe politics is not data. Because data doesn't lie. And so my data team in the office spent a lot of time analyzing the data in Ashanti. They did So consistently we knew something was not up. And we had a call center. So if I register now, we try to call, we try to send messages. We'll send messages to be bounce back. And you assign a profile. So we try to profile every voter. It is a mefa obia. If I go into my database, I'm able to tell Obi ni because I'm profiling.
Oh, you did that work?
Yes. And we were even sending targeted messages into who a broadcaster. Our manifesto promises on broadcasting. We get that message. And we did all this from the National Youth Wing.
More office hall.
So it was technology, data-driven campaign. And then apart from that, we had boots on the ground. And so we came from all angles. And I kept on telling that I cannot be a youth organizer in my second term in opposition. Because if you are there, I'm going to show me. It was not going to happen. But the sad aspect, most of these things we were doing, we did them in 2020. But because of COVID, and our challenge too was that I had just come into office in 2019. Within a year.
In your time, I'm fine.
And at the beginning, I said, Emre. When Emre said the whole plan, our focus, are you able to do that? So a lot of the things we saw, and the Green Army, we started the Green Army in 2020. But it took time for the branding to be accepted. But with time, Ghana for Bejitu. Now, me fa Kenya is so. I mean that election directorate, led by Dr.
Manebuama.
Amazing work. The collaboration between the office and my office. He gets to Kumasi. We did a lot of work in Kumasi. We do all few of them in Europe. All Barado Africa, Paris. And so a lot of things that happen. And the issue of collation, and then this between collating results. This all Lucy elections are every one more results. What happened to their collation? Where is Joe Anoche? It is. But
who need a results,
and so Omanebo man, his teams, Dr. Tabuate, Yara Koku, amazing job. Amazing job. And let me also commend the Ghanaian youth. Sir, elections here, the wave here by green wave here, tsunami here, it is because the Ghanaian youth wanted change. They bought into our message, they accepted, and it started from the Youth Manifesto. But you see, in all this, let me commend the national officers. We brought a program called Alpha, Omujitu, led by Mia.
Alpha, no?
Alpha. Okay. I'm not going to discuss the details of Alpha here. Omujitu. Then I went back to my national chairman and my general secretary. So we want to do a youth manifesto.
A separate youth manifesto?
Separate manifesto for young people. And I'm a flag bearer, so I'm the boss. There's elections. The data tells us that it's young people. let's do it. And so some of the policies, like the Formula 133, the 24-hour economy, it was 24-hour economy. But we broke, the youth wing broke it down to Formula
133.
Because only Gen Z is earlier. You need to communicate in their language. And over my office, I have so many of them.
Gen Z is
I'm doing different. And some of the ideas, and you know, we had a lot of support. The BA Youth Wing office, no. President Mama came to the call center. Every year, calls. The running mates that time, now Vice President-elect. Every year, calls. And so we got all the support from the leadership of the party. Occasionally, General Secretary at Twafa.
Okay.
Or National Chairman. Sometimes impromptu. No, National Chairman, then I'm here. So it motivated the young men and women. And we're not paying them.
Pro bono.
You see, it's amazing how people get committed and dedicated to a certain cause. But all this is possible because and maybe for your whole life you will never get the opportunity of shaking the hands of a president.
In a picture.
And you know, there was a morning we were even surprised by Prof. Jane.
Oh, okay.
And she just didn't come. She came like a mother.
Wow.
So and then our manifesto committee chairperson, Prof. Dansobo.
Yes.
Amazing man. I remember one afternoon I decided to boy around the office unannounced. I'm the Prof. We manifesto that we end there. And I said, what are you talking about? But in 2020, we were talking about the youth manifesto. We had a committee for the youth manifesto. And I said, yes. Then I'm saying, Prof. But the document is not here. And I said, Prof. So you go and come. Well, as your young man, I have called Michael. There is a Michael and Prosper. That they should extract everything from the youth sections and give to you.
Yes.
But I want to see the documents. And he gave us all the supports. And so the revival of our campaign probably started with the youth.
With a youth manifesto, which was followed by town hall. Say the same day, right?
Yeah. That was International Youth Day. And President Mama was amazing. You see, because leadership is everything. Because with all this, if there were impediments in our way, if I did not get the support I enjoyed from my national chairman, my general secretary, my flag bearer, to the extent that all one Dr. Kalesto as Afro. I know times are hard. Somebody will call you. So
support
and so they encouraged us right from the word go. And if everybody sees that the Green Army has done all it is
because of the team on your one thing I was curious about but I remember some minute fellas Kwacho for Sweden Komo Wahada. Me busan a simple question, sir. Why was it difficult for the NDC to win elections at university campuses? And Ebimu tracing it down to the fact that the founding of the party, how the party was founded, and they has alienated the intellectual community, and the party suffered from that across university campuses. This year, for the first time, as a must sweep you almost every polling station.
Every single polling station on every campus.
Every university campus.
Of course, yes.
Muwini ninyina. Like Muwini ninyina.
Check where they are. Every major university, an NDC MP was elected,
including University of Ghana, Legon. Indiana, how did it happen? And you think, say, and then more rebranding about full cycle,
see, it's work in progress. We still have a lot more to do, a lot more to cover. There was a wind that was blowing. We called it a wave.
The green wave.
And I'm saying from a but the wave was blowing. We took advantage of the wave and we surfed it. So to be able to surf properly, you must be able to steady the wind.
Maybe a buffer.
Maybe a buffer, so you can surf on it. And, you know, we took our surfing boards and then timed it and surfed on it. And you see, it was Nebo Boba in 2020. our results on the campuses improved.
Okay.
And then I can say it was work in progress. So when I was pushing for re-election, I remember saying, said, Mama, you see the full extent of what we're doing. Because to come from zero, and we are at zero, you don't get results overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. But in 2020, UPSA campuses, we won.
Okay.
Legon, some of the halls, we didn't win, but the gap was not more than compared to what we did in 2016.
Okay.
And so we managed to position ourselves for takeoff. And in 2024, in Yamenchadi, we took off. We rebranded. Today, we are the most attractive brand on most of our campuses.
Attractive political brand.
Party, yes, political. So, yeah, maybe a politician. I'm talking politics. So, and we've positioned, and you see, we also managed to bring some personalities from the universities and our students in Buomo.
Okay.
I remember 2 professors. I'm leaving out their names. In 2029,
2019.
2029.
Future.
2019. I remember 2 young men. There is a young man called Julian.
Okay.
Ascobic. I catch him. So there are some 2 lecturers on campus. They seem to have a good vibe with the students. So you encourage out to them. A lot of them speak on your show, so I'm leaving their names out. And I'm a call more office. They didn't want to do politics. I managed to convince them. Finally, I even got them on some of our committees. And so they resonate with the student. That is in Lagos. In UCC, in most of the universities, and I mean, may I point say, young men. There was a young man called Bright Ejiri. I put him in charge of student affairs.
Okay.
And then I team coordinators. From 2020, it was David Derry, Abina Kunedu, amazing young people. And then in 2024, Gombela, Paul Volta region, Paul Selom.
Okay.
Abina Kunedu again is still in the Sheriff.
Okay.
This time around, I had about 8 or 7 of them.
10 coordinators
across. And then the regions also appointed 3. And on to shame.
Wow.
And then the National Youth Working Committee chairman, Okaimenta, former Eastern Life organized, amazing soldier. Non-stop. Baby Obeura. Daring, industrious, and a very good support system. And my deputies, Ruth and Osman. Jim and Fred. In the middle of the night, they will come. And for somebody like Ruth, 2020.
Yes.
What most people don't know is that there was a time she was even pregnant.
Yeah.
With the accident.
Yeah.
Wow. In 2020, why C-section. Ruth, forgive me, I'm saying this.
Yeah.
But they call Volta region. In the middle of the night, Yefi Volta, the girl was bleeding.
Oh.
But
party who don't see.
Not be afraid. Because worry, okay. And the husband is also an amazing guy, Adams. My friend, 12 midnight route, Charlie. If I move, go here. She's more of a soldier than money being poor. And then Osman moves. Sometimes we don't know what do that. With time you can, so I drive through the night. And so we needed this power so bad. And I kept on saying, we're not doing this for ourselves. Obi. Baby, I'm not here, we could not endure another 4 years under the NPP. And I kept on telling them, I would not want my children to grow up and ask me, were you there at that time when these guys took over and destroyed everything? And what did you do? And so we needed to stand up and to be counted. And my finance committee led by Dr. Dofo, Dr. Varios, Ernest, Kwejo Jones.
Yeah. Oh, Kojo Jones.
No, I had
that was
solid. That's it. So
we're solid finance backbone.
So and amazing people. There are times there is a guy called Anas Swari. Anas Swali. From the Bono region. If I say I'll talk And meet me from 12 midnight, Charlie, here we are, Hanomo. We was there, course, papa, we do na esi. And we got a lot of support from people who accommodated us. You know, Ghana itself wanted change.
Yeah.
It's, you know, there was that goodwill. And
that goodwill only massive.
There was goodwill. And you see, when you carry yourself well too, and we operated a very transparent process. It's, you know, Obi the BB bar, they were more than willing to do it. And my regional youth organizers also did very well. Sometimes we do regions that are normal identifying Crawford, you can talk to so that they help fund programs. And so hide the hammer. Finally God got us here.
Yeah. Wow. Into George Opariado no Edin Komo, a national youth organizer Edema NDC, taking us through the experience on this campaign and how they managed to chalk this historic success in the campaign. Honorable Vincent Asifua say Ochiao. I think now body you say bright Ejir.
Bright Ejir.
Yeah, bright Ejir.
Mr. Domiko Tudo. Make all tough me to know, but next time I'll be Tudo. Ejir is there. I found it ready. If it's a father of friends, hey, now I'm going to me too, but we were funny ready. Next 4 years, me too.
No, but is it the case? More targeted some constituencies be a special project. So we move some Jema NDC.
Yes.
More targeted constituencies.
Yes, the youth wing had targets. I'm saying tafu failure, Vincent Van but because you 90% success, 90 or 98, almost 90, 97.
Of constituencies are more targeted. Obviously, I was so West Ogon back home because of the university.
John is my backbone. John and I mean, you know, it was a constituency and that was where our office was located.
Yes.
And we're leaving no stone unturned.
You're not interested in high.
Abba, Obi. And I'm not na Alasane and
Lydia Hassan.
Exactly.
He says, "Want to know about student?"
Is it special voting?
Yes.
Is it? And those are things the special prosecutor should be getting interest in.
They have actually gotten interest.
So these are things that should not go unpunished because once you become an MP, you become a role model.
Yes.
And then people look up to you. You become a standard bearer.
Yes.
People in it affects generations. Student elections do happen. Imagine student election. Na candidate bin now line no Jessica. Not
student election, like SRC
elections. Just can you imagine what will happen on a day? Two SRC president. Now, when our contest, we need be engineer contest.
Yes.
Now, Opariado, and I will. While we are candidate, we now check. You may be a and which imagine what it means. Because it's on election day, the law even forbids you to campaign. So I say, and that day was election day, special voting day. It's election day. So I say, so you don't. It was a no, and you see the impunity. It pissed a lot of people off. It pissed us off. So that's what that constituency did.
Do or die, mama.
So you don't do this. Not and even in an intellectual community like the university.
And not more the same target so for UCC and Cape Coast. That should be Cape Coast North.
We spent days in Cape Coast. We moved our whole machinery to Cape Coast.
Yes. To make sure that we see Belusu.
My friend will say, "Won't me win this situation? Don't forget it."